What's up, everybody?
Welcome to Marital Hate.
This is Doug.
And I'm Stacy, but I'm missing my sunglasses.
What are you missing?
My sunglasses.
Oh,
I
do I have
should
to
wear
go
my
look for them?
sunglasses. No, I mean,
All right.
the sun is out, but I like to wear them up.
You
here.
look naked without them.
Do I?
Mm.
I look like I'm wearing the same fucking dress from yesterday.
It does
That's what I
kinda,
do.
yeah.
Oh, look,
Yeah,
I
you
am
are.
wearing the
Look at
same
you.
dress from yesterday.
And you slept in it.
I slept in it. That's how gross I am. I'm a gross ass person.
And the dogs are out.
I so appreciate that. So we
I figured out who let the dogs out. You know, like that song?
the neighbors.
Yeah, it was him. It was that dude.
I consider neighbors let the dogs out.
Yeah, right when we're podcasting.
Well, it's not. I mean, listen, it's different dogs, but there are people in this neighborhood that leave their dogs to bark out till midnight.
Yeah, the whole thing
It's
about
crazy.
Florida is like if you get good neighbors and no barking dog, it's like the greatest place ever.
Yeah, but herein lies the point. It's anywhere that you live that's crowded.
Well, that's very true,
Like
yeah.
anywhere that you live that's crowded.
true.
We live in a town with 220,000 people. We had problems with our neighbors when we lived in a town with 18,000 people.
Right. So it's us.
The more assholes you're around, the worse your life is
I don't
going to
think
be.
you should be calling people assholes.
I should
at
be
all.
calling
I don't-
people,
I don't know. I don't.
I shouldn't be calling people assholes, but yet here we are.
Yet
I'm getting
they're-
messages and I don't know what they
Oh,
are.
Well, it's also thundering a little bit in the distance, so you can kind of hear some of that.
Tracy has brushed a husky and has made herself a little poodle.
Brush the Husky sounds like an album by like Garth Brooks.
I think it might be
Brush
some
the
sort of
Husky.
lesbianic vernacular.
It's not bad. It's
brought
like
to us
one
by
of the
the
girls has to
gays.
be an Inuit or something like that. But I brushed the
Oh.
Husky. Keith Urban, brush the Husky.
Never
Oh,
brushed the husky.
bro.
How are you guys today, by the way? We do a live interactive podcast and you get to comment, right? So you're part of the show. And the people that come night after night, the most fucking amazing badass people on the planet are here. Perfect example would be Master Hater, our good friend Anne, original podcast guest here night after night to
Original
support you.
Podmaster.
She might be over Tracy now on episodes because Tracy's been like having a life. Like, how dare she?
Stuff going on. She's
And-
brushing a Husky.
And our good friend Nicole is here. She says, hey guys, hey girl.
She's living her best life.
I hope she is. Nation's Family is actually over on Instagram.
What's
or
up,
was
Nation's
over on
Family?
Instagram.
Oh,
However,
they left.
briefly.
We missed them.
Well, the problem with Instagram, as
Mhm.
opposed to the other platforms, is Instagram, we're we can't pull your comments up on the stage. We
Right.
kind of can with Twitter.
But why do people
YouTube
like
and Facebook.
join and then like? Well, it's not on
Join at
Facebook.
me?
And on Facebook, we can't tell who's on
you just-
unless we're But they'll tell us. Instagram will tell us.
Instagram tells us if you're watching, and they tell us when you leave. Everybody else
Yeah.
just kind of gives us numbers. But Kristen, smarty pants,
Smarty
she
pants?
is smarty pants. She's a smart lady. She's over on YouTube now because we're on not all the platforms, but a lot of them. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Twitter X,
Oh.
Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We're on TikTok. The problem with TikTok is we can't go live because our podcast is super inappropriate. I say, fuck, we talk about cocks.
Well, you talk about cocks. I rarely talk about.
Talk about your own cock. Not really.
I
I usually talk about your
I
cock.
usually bring it up.
But you say some inappropriate things.
Sometimes I do. I realize that I have not turned on the appropriate lighting for this.
Well,
podcast.
there you go. Kristen
And Matthew is
exactly. Are you saying exactly to the fact that you are smart, or that why we can't go on TikTok because I have a potty mouth? And Nicole says I don't see anyone else's comments on Facebook. Well, you're the only one on Facebook right now, so that's fine. But that's why we pull them up on the screen for everybody. So the platform we use is called StreamYard, and it enables us to pull from multiple places. So Matthew is over on YouTube. Well, the funny thing is he's over on YouTube, but he says woohoo.
Oh, he says.
Made it on time, but I confused the YouTube with the woohoo. You say YouTube and woohoo.
YouTube, woo, brush a husky.
YouTube.
Woo, YouTube, a brush a husky. You, woo, a brush a husky. YouTube, woo, a brush a husky.
You're gonna put that in your next album.
It might be. I might have to do a country song, brush a husky.
Oh, here comes the immortal hookah Bob. I got a
HB.
violation from TikTok today. I'm proud of you, baby.
No, I bet yeah.
But TikTok's funny about the violations. I don't know why you got
yeah.
a violation from TikTok because I watched the video you sent me. And I put way worse shit on TikTok. Usually they just get you on the sex stuff, but Did you put a live porn video?
Oh, maybe he did with the hat, just wearing the hat,
on TikTok,
walking
Did you
around.
wear just the hat on?
Just the
If
hat.
so, can you send it to me? You have
Just
my
the
phone
hat.
number, but anybody out there who wants to just send pictures of their princessmaritalhate@gmail.com. Actually, all of our socials are on the bottom of the screen here. And if you follow
They're
us,
scrolling by.
we'll follow you
We'll follow
back.
you back.
And that's the thing that's really cool about this podcast is we made this amazing community of the master haters, the people that come night after night, like Nicole and Kristen and Anne and Tracy, who's not here, Matthew, Hookah Bob, just the most amazing people on the fucking planet, and I just love them. Matt,
They're all good. They're all loyal.
Matt.
They're loyalists.
And Kristen said I was already in Insta, so you came on, so I left to
Oh,
go on
look at
YouTube.
you.
She's a brilliant lady.
She is smart. She is smart.
My aunt is actually over on and
Oh, Cheryl's over there.
Aunt Cheryl. Uncle Paulie is not here tonight. I believe Uncle Paulie is on his way to Minnesota to return the truck.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's
So
got to
we
make
can
one more
do that.
trip.
And Nicole says, "You woohoo!" Yeah, kind of. I can't say all of these things. Kristen says they can't comment on Instagram until the 21st, but they won't say why.
Oh,
See,
you're too smart for them.
see, you must have mentioned something that they don't like.
Well, it's
I'm
just
not
because
gonna
you know
name things.
Stacy. That's why
Could
they
be
probably
because you know
have.
me. Did you post anything like
Tell me, no me. You'll get back on.
questioning the narrative? Because they like to shut you down. for
Questioning the narrative.
that. Did you?
That
Yes.
sounds like an REM song. I'm questioning the narrative.
I don't know. That truck is. I must have circled this block 50 times today. I think we have maybe we have a stalker.
Well, maybe.
I do have a laundry list of stuff to talk about.
Well, before
today,
we get
and
into it,
don't
I
even
just
know-
want to say I'm
Aunt
wearing
Cheryl's gone.
I'm wearing my Muck Sticky shirt as
Oh, my
the Muck
God.
Sticky Bonsai shirt, which is this tour shirt.
Oh my God,
Um,
we have to talk about that.
Muck Sticky or someone in a band or his band or the Bonsai band.
Somebody
for,
has a health issue.
for a medical issue. They canceled a couple shows over in Texas.
Didn't cancel. Postponed.
Postponed. Yes,
Promised to honor the original tickets.
indeed. So then some jamoke goes on Facebook.
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it.
and Stacey will read it to you, but it was not nice.
It
But
makes me
I'm
want to punch him in the
I'm
fucking
showing a
face.
little solidarity here for the Bonsai
have to
folks
show-
and for the Muck Sticky folks.
First of all, the single most important thing in the world is your health. Like everyone's health is more important than anything else. Number one. And obviously we just saw that with this. Obviously, I'm not comparing my health,
yeah.
but this man just died. Like that's the single most important thing in the world is that this man just died.
That is the
And
opposite
of course,
health.
anybody dies or anybody's sick. Like nobody's more important or less important than anyone. But like health is pretty fucking important. And so some fucking asshole.
I will say that he did print a retraction later in the day. But
You need to figure out those Texas shows. My wife better not be disappointed. She's waited too long. Figure out how to have a show here. We've taken time off and spent money on tickets. My wife is really really upset right now, and I don't like her being upset. Figure out what the deal is, and you get there. She has been waiting a long time for you to cancel now. Well, the reason why they canceled, due to an unexpected medical issue, the Muck Sticky Bonsai shows in Texas scheduled for the week are being postponed. So cancel your time off. And reschedule. Cunt.
Ooh.
So anyway, the comments.
harsh words.
I don't know where you got a retraction.
There,
out of him.
I
He
swear.
posted another post where he fucking doubled down. So those of you who don't know, we're humongous Muck Sticky fans. Like we're obsessed. And as is our pal Hookah Bob. As a matter of fact, if it weren't for Muck Sticky,
we would know Hookah Bob.
wouldn't know Hookah Bob.
He's
love that mother.
you know what? We have mutual friends with Muck Sticky, and that
We
would
do.
be
We have
that would
actual,
be,
yeah.
That would be Hookah.
And so of course Hookah Bob came in and he's like, why whiny bitches don't get to see Muck Sticky? You're the reason he canceled. He felt those bad vibes and said, fuck this shit. God, I love Hookah Bob. So Muck Sticky also had a song that went TikTok viral. You may have seen the videos for his song Fuck Off that goes a little something like this. Go fuck yourself, suck a bag of dicks, eat a big old pile of shit, wash it down with camel piss, you stupid bitch, lick my tits,
Polish all my
naughty
naughty bits.
tell your mother and your Grammy they got shitty grandkids. Pull my fingers, suck my butt,
Sit and
sit spin buttercup. Tell your mama and your daddy they can lick my fucking nuts, double up, chew my jaws. I forget the whole thing. Well, I kind of do know the whole thing, but that's not the point. The point is he had a song that went viral. So I felt the need to comment on this because that's the kind of crazy bitch I am. And I said, on behalf of everyone at Marital Hate, I think I speak for you guys too, but like maybe I don't. And I said, on behalf of everyone at Marital Hate with Doug and Stacey, we'd like to tell you to fuck off, suck a bag of dicks, eat a big old pile of shit, wash it down with camel piss. I won't let you lick my tits. I missed a cruise in St. Pete because I was sick. Health comes first. Buck Bonsai, we're praying for y'all and your families, and that's how you fucking deal with that nonsense.
Well,
but he posted again, and it wasn't like,
I thought he had
I see August shows aren't affected by health issues, just the Texas ones.
It's the same guy.
Yeah, being a cock. Where did he?
There he is.
Look, sorry I created so much anger today, Muck. I hope you're well, and if you can reschedule, that's super. But in case you get well and healthy, and for the record, you'll fill in any venue in Houston, please. I actually want to. Well, I do and I don't. So there's a part of me that wants to call his employer and be like, "Is this the kind of employee that you really want to have?" Oh wait, his employer is a prison. So I'm not, I don't even know what to say. I'm not saying that you should call someone's employer and get them fired for something that they say on the internet, but it's something that's actually really happening a lot right now.
What's that?
So, so we have actually several stories. Home Depot had an employee saying that they shouldn't have missed, I wish they didn't miss Trump. A member of Tenacious D said it on stage with Jack Black. Said, oh, yeah, hope they hit him next time. Like all these just fucking horrific things. And people are getting fired. So Home Depot fired a guy. Jack Black has canceled the rest of the Tenacious D tour and is realigning his career with what he's going to do.
Until George Clooney calls him for something.
Well, I mean, the reality is that whenever you're dealing with a celebrity, there's a publicist involved and they're going to put spin on it. And of course, they're going to pin it on someone, and if they can pin it on somebody that's not Jack Black that's in the band, they're going to do that. So he's like, oh, because what happened is he brought the guy a cake and the guy was like made a wish and next time don't let them miss, and he said that he was completely awestruck. But I don't know that I agree that he was all innocent. I don't think that he's all innocent.
I think that's how he actually
but
feels.
Certainly none of us are responsible for the actions for another. But yeah, people are losing their jobs, and actually Piers Morgan had some guests on and they were, saying similar things. And he was like, you can't like say that it was wrong for this to happen. And it's really disappointing that there are people in society. It's really disappointing to me that there are people in society that that would wish ill upon another human being, regardless of what they, and I get it. Like people have this like need for revenge or unresolved anger or whatever, but that's, first of all, it's just bad energy to have in your life, but that doesn't feel good for you. And that like, what do you think the karma is for that? Like if do you think good things happen, do bad things happen, like Carson Daly said, our friend Earl, aka Jason
wrote
Lee,
the list.
What does wishing somebody else get shot in the fucking head, what kind of energy does that bring to you?
It's not good.
Seriously, just don't do it.
Right.
We got some comments, I think.
There's a couple.
Violation from TikTok. Christians in jail. Killing 15.
What's up, Killing?
Podcast Quickie said, hey.
Can we just start calling him Killing now? It's a he or she? I don't know. I think it's a he.
I think it's a dude. We gotta watch.
I don't know.
We haven't had time. Honestly,
you just hide behind that facade.
I have such a long fucking list of shit we're supposed to watch. I watched the first half of Hillbilly Elegy. Well, maybe not the first half, the first quarter of Hillbilly Elegy while I was trying to get ready for the podcast because I wanted to be able to speak intelligently about it.
Actually, I'm writing a screenplay for a movie called Hillbilly Allergy, where we follow this kid and he has allergies in Appalachia.
Well, there you go. But the story Hillbilly Elegy is allegedly based on the memoir of current vice presidential candidate, vice presidential candidate for office, right? Is that the proper terminology? Anyway, he's a candidate on the Trump ticket.
Vice presidential hopeful,
but he's a candidate as well.
Yeah.
Although he doesn't really run on his own, it's weird. But anyway, of JD Vance, and so allegedly it's funny because I read his bio on Wikipedia. I wasn't really familiar with him. I definitely recommend reading the bio on Wikipedia with a shaker of salt, and maybe watch the movie with a shaker of salt. But watching the movie has been really interesting, what I've seen so far. Amy Adams plays his mom, and she has problems with addiction and clearly mental health issues. And it's definitely like watching it. There's been a lot of like, oh my God, this reminds me of my childhood. Not as bad, but definitely some similarities. And of course, his family was poor, and of course his, they and he went to the Ohio State on scholarship. He went to Princeton and so on and so forth. But you said somebody came out today and was like, he's not from Kentucky. He lived in Ohio, or he lived in my neighborhood in suburbia.
Said it was like suburbia. I don't know. That's
so before so I don't know which is true, but I will say this: the story in the book is that his family was from Appalachia, from Kentucky. That's where he felt was home, even though he grew up in Ohio. So at some point they moved to, his mom was 13 when she got pregnant, according to the movie. May or may not be true in real life. That's why I mentioned him. Can you look this up? And because they any book that's turned into a movie, they take some license on, right? And I'm sure that there's some information that they either inflated for the story or that they downplayed, because that's what film studios will do. But it's definitely interesting to consider. So that, that guy might be right, he might be wrong. There's going to be all kinds of fucking people coming out of the fucking woodwork about anyone who is famous. And if it's something in a polarizing situation like the fucking presidency, they're going to fucking pull them out of mothballs. It was so funny because somebody asked me one day if I'd ever consider running for office.
Talk about mothballs.
Ooh,
you don't have anything that bad.
I mean, I have some stuff.
I don't think you have that much stuff. I don't think you have any.
Well, first of all, I have enough people that would just make up shit.
They've
already made up shit. So,
I'll make up. You want me to make up some shit right now?
No, but I don't have anything like bad. I stole my grandmother's earrings when I was a kid, which was really terrible, and I feel bad about it to this day. I lied about swimming in Kelly O'Brien's pool when I had bronchitis.
Oh.
I stole a blush from Bradley's. I generally
it's all coming out now, folks.
Potty mouth.
It's coming out now.
I tried really hard as a mom, but apparently I sucked at that.
I don't think you sucked at.
I don't know. They don't talk to me, so there's that. I have like a lot of flaws. I am super inappropriate all the fucking time.
Yeah,
like I don't think you can be sitting there with like, I don't know. I feel like I probably could sit there with Putin and have like a chat with him about monster dogs and my irrational fear of them. He would be like, in Russia, we have our skin and we have appropriately sized cocks.
Now she's talking to Putin.
Stay away from the Swedes. Stay away from the Congo. You should be fine, Stacey. And I'll be appreciated. And he'd be like, except my dong. My dong is gigantic. And he'd smack me with it. I don't think his dong is gigantic, for the record. But I listen, I can't say, I'm not saying I want Putin or anyone else to dick slap me.
Yeah.
But to be able to come on the podcast and say, so I had a meeting with Putin and he whipped his dick out and slapped me with it. It'd be a little funny.
It's unprofessional.
I do it for the gram, or for the likes, for the content.
Yeah, but the problem is, I think, wouldn't Putin want you in a P tape or something? Like, wasn't that like the whole thing? Putin was involved with the P tape.
I thought what's P tape?
Some girls peeing on each other, or him, or
I
whatever.
thought that was Trump.
No, it was Trump, but it was in Russia though. Like the whole, that was in Russia.
I peed on you. Do you like it?
I do not like
it's
it.
It's more like funny.
It's funny. Yeah, it's not like a turn on.
Shower together, and I'll be like, "Give me your leg," and I'm gonna pee on it, and I pee on his leg.
It's just like
it's like marking my territory. But if he makes me mad again, I'm just gonna fucking pee on his face while he sleeps. I'm always peeing a tiny bit, so like it's really easy. I could do it right now. I sneeze right, tilt my pelvis.
What are you doing over there?
I'm
save it for Putin. Would you?
I'm aiming.
Save it for Putin.
How do we go from Putin to pissing?
We're going to talk about Pinochle next.
The most fucked up podcast on the internet.
That was funny. Can I share something that I had
well, let's read the comments, but yeah.
Okay, all right, go. Read
what got me is the part where he says his wife talks to Muck all the time.
Maybe Muck's doing more than just talking to the wife. Maybe that's the issue.
Fucks that guy's wife in the ass and gets her pregnant. By the way, for those of you who are watching, you do not get pregnant from anal sex unless you have some sort of like tear situation.
Unless you blast it out your butt and catch it with your cooch.
That would be a good trick. I have a friend who,
I'd pay to see
that. I would too. If you have a video of that or like a porno,
that's got to exist. That's what we're doing after the show.
I got to tell you, I have a friend. I'm not going to name names. They were having sex in the dark. He thought he was in the poop hole. he was not.
He was in the loophole.
And she's like, you probably just got me pregnant. And he was like, what? I was in your ass. And she was like, no, you wasn't. And now
She would know.
they got babies. And we told this story to our pal Shemek.
Yeah.
To our pal Shemek, who is hilarious, has a very thick accent.
Thick Polish accent.
And I'm telling the story, and he goes, ass feels different, which was the
Because you
quote.
would know. Yeah,
It
ass
was,
feels different.
he didn't say you would know. That was my grandmother. How do
Okay,
you
all right.
confuse a lovely chat with
Oh,
my
okay, yeah, you're
grandmother
right.
about the love between her and my grandfather with anal sex and a Polish drunk? Like, how do you
Okay.
do that? Not the
Okay, so
not the point.
so he was saying that-
Shortly thereafter, Doug and I had sex one evening, and he thought he was in the butthole, and he wasn't.
You told me to whatever.
I told you to, but you got in the wrong hole. So
Hey,
I don't know what
holes
to
is
tell you.
holes. What do I care?
I was giving you access,
What do I
unfettered
care?
access to my nether
Unfettered.
areas. I'm just glad you can't
Well,
get pregnant that
something
way.
fettered.
Well, I mean, you can.
all right.
Obviously, my friend did.
All right, so Todd is here in the blazing heat of the desert of California. He says, "Happy Taco Tuesday," which the tacos are going to cook themselves out there.
They're going to have to. I will tell you that I'm so sorry that I haven't had time to chat. I've just been like either sleeping or podcast, and I'm so behind. I was supposed to pay bills today. It was a shit show. And wait till you guys hear this.
So Tracy says, "Hi, peeps."
Mm.
Hookah Bob has got his stopwatch
Off
out.
the rails.
Off the rails early. Well, it was 8:11. I
Oh,
think
you know
last
what?
time.
We should do an off the rails clock.
Oh, right.
Or when we do,
That's
when it
amazing.
goes
Let's
off
do
the
that.
rails clock.
And then Matthew says he thinks Letterkenny has the best comparison on buttholes.
Okay,
we'll have
so
to
it's
look
been a
that up.
while since we. Here's my
We'll
problem.
watch Letterkenny.
I love Letterkenny, but my problem with that show, hilarious. My problem with that show is they have thick accents, and I have to give it my undivided attention. I need TV shows to watch where I can like listen with one ear while I'm doing other things, and therein lies the problem. So like, killing 15 minutes, all I want to do is listen to his podcast, but I want to give it my full attention.
And ADHD is 15 minutes is too long.
No, I can do 15 minutes.
Right.
It's just
But you
that
just
I have
have
been.
for 5,
I've
yeah.
either been too.
We've been swamped.
I've either been too sick to function,
Yeah.
or I've been trying to play catch up on the podcast.
We've been swamped.
I have not paid bills in several weeks, and I will. I just paid things like as I get an inbox.
Is that why that guy's
message,
towing the Jeep?
the Jeep is paid for. I think we never
Everything's
get into-
paid for. Everything's paid for.
That sky is amazing, by the way. This I don't think
It
this
looks like
does it justice.
it looks dangerous.
It's weird. It looks like super like dark, and there's going to be a storm to like.
But
oh,
then
there's
over there,
snow.
it's like this.
and then it's blue.
This beautiful. Like,
There's something
situation.
about the Florida sky.
Yes, Florida skies are good.
What's it talking about?
We're talking about Letterkenny and how.
Oh yeah, I love that show. And if you could send me the clip,
Yeah, that's
of
homework
the
for you, Matthew.
comparison of buttholes.
I will say this. I bet that's easy to find. But the thing about Letterkenny, there's a couple of the storylines that I just don't think are funny. Like I think.
Oh, the hockey players. Although
See,
they grow on
sometimes
time.
the hockey players are
See,
funny.
they grow on me.
If it's just the two of them, it's really funny. But like,
I just need to
and then
watch
those
it
like
again.
weird goth people are as funny. Sometimes I don't know if you guys have watched it, but that's my thing. Uncle Paul is here.
Uncle Polly.
Where is Uncle Paul tonight? Where in the world is Uncle Polly?
We think you're in Minnesota.
We think
Or
he
you
was
were on
headed
your way
back
to-
up
well,
there.
he's probably not in Minnesota yet. So if he left Florida
Last thing we knew, he was
yesterday, he's
eating
probably.
fried ice cream at south of the border.
Oh yeah,
and
so
now we
he's
don't know where.
probably in like I don't know. Wait, you go from here to south of the border?
I don't know. I don't think you go to south of the border to get to Minnesota, but I don't know where he might have things to do.
Maybe he had
Ladies
little
to
stuff
see.
make a,
Yeah, you don't know.
I will. Yeah, I got a clock that says 8:21. So we just need a little
Oh,
meme
that's-
for that. We'll post it up every night.
All right, yeah, that's
That
good.
would be
I like that.
Hookah Bob has started. So it's funny because the podcast is really like because you guys are such a huge part of it. I mean, you're part of the show. The idea to do Jackbox on Friday nights
It was Courtney.
was Courtney.
Yeah.
Everybody's had different suggestions over time, but there's certain ones that have like we've had a lot of suggestions that have counteracted. So we've had some people be like, "Oh, I don't like Jackbox," and like the majority of people be like, "I like Jackbox." Some people be like, "I don't like FMK." The majority of people like FMK. Some people being like, and it's so hard. But if we get something that we're like, "Oh, like let's try it and see what it does," obviously we're going to run with that. So Jackbox Friday nights has actually been great because everybody has such a fun time. By the way, if you've never been before,
Good end to the week.
oh my God, it's the perfect way to end the week. You can have a blast. It's a great date night. A lot of the couples will play together. And that's what we do on Friday night. So on Fridays, the best thing to do is to either use two devices is the best way to do it. Like watch us on one, play on the other. But Not everybody has 2 devices or wants to occupy their two devices. So you can watch us on YouTube, minimize the window, and play. Everybody can play. It's interactive. It's super fun. And by the way, follow us on all the socials, but especially YouTube and Facebook, because that's where you can join the conversation. We put your comments up on screen. I think Doug's got one right now.
I'm going to pull up a comment right here because Paul is not yet, haven't heard anything yet from up north, hanging at Dean's.
Who's Dean?
We don't know Dean. Bring Dean to the show. Matthew says, chess. Let's play chess. Somebody I know got a varsity letter in chess.
I was going to ask the question again to see if anybody knew the answer, but yes, in fact, I got my varsity letter in chess because I'm a dork.
I heard Elon might be on Jackbox.
That would be cool as shit. Well, it would be cool if Elon was in Jackbox. I'll tell you what Elon is not. He is not having fucking California. So apparently SpaceX has a big, like they have a building in California. They probably have buildings everywhere because they're all over the.
They own space.
Florida. I think that they do own space. I mean, they probably have more possession of space than the United States government. And so in any case, I took a screenshot today because I wanted to share what Elon said. Elon Musk has just announced that due to Governor Gavin Newsom signing of AB 1955, which bans schools from making rules so schools, if a child identifies as transgender in California, among other laws, California is now saying that the school does not notify the parents. And Elon said, I'm moving this from California to a Starbase near Brownsville, Texas. And these states make. The companies bring jobs to the states. I don't know how many jobs. Of course, Elon's known to run a lean machine, but that's certainly some revenue. And I hope that they'll reconsider because I personally don't think that. I think if your kid wants to dress like a girl, a boy, a cat, or a dog, whatever, fucking let him. But when you start talking about mutilating a child, I have a problem with that. But everybody has their own opinion. What do you think, Doug?
Well, I don't. I had a related space comment.
Okay.
That NASA announced that they found a bunch of caves on the moon.
I would like to hear that, but how do you feel about transitioning children and not being told?
Well, I think that's weird because they talked about banning schools parental notification. Like, if the parent doesn't know the child is transgender,
you think that the parents should know?
I don't know. I think the parents would know. You would know.
No, I don't necessarily think that because remember, we had one of our kids had a friend that was identified as trans, and she introduced herself to us with a masculine name, and we always called her that name. I actually didn't realize it was a masculine name. I didn't really realize that the kid was trans. I just knew she was a girl with short hair. She's in fucking middle school. She shouldn't be thinking about sex yet, but the kid had other issues.
That's some issues.
Like a little heroin and stuff. But that's not the point. The point is we met the parents and the parents are like, her name is Shane. Sorry, her name is something else. And I just fucked that up, but whatever.
We just doxed somebody.
So not really. And you just double down on it. But so this girl had some problems. And just for me, she's 16, 17 years old. I feel like all the more reason the parents need to know. The parents need, and don't get me wrong.
So what was this? Maybe I read that wrong. Was it saying that
parents are not notified
to notify or
no,
not?
The law says that parents do not have to be notified.
I don't know, and if that's any of the business of the school.
Well, but here lies the problem: is that kids go to school and they spend the majority. How many waking hours you actually get to spend with your kids with the school the majority of the time? And that's a big reason why so many people homeschool is because they look at the school system and they say, well, do I want this kid to have my values or someone else's? What do I want them to learn? Do I want them to be taught to a standardized test, which is a big fucking problem I think we can all acknowledge? Or do I want my child to think for themselves? Do I want my child to be a learner? Do I want them to have a love of learning? Do I want to surround them with appropriate peers? Because let's face it, a lot of what happens in the public school system is desocialization. And if you want to look at actually Grant Cardone homeschools his kids, wow, what an amazing example of homeschooling. Actually, Noelle, my youngest daughter dated a boy. What was his? Kalen.
Yeah.
He was homeschooled.
Was he homeschooled or did he go to a private? I thought he went to a private.
No, he was homeschooled, and he was able, because if you live in a town, so
right,
say you
you're
live
able to do the
in Cape Coral, I don't know about Florida, but probably, but in Massachusetts, if you live in a town, you're eligible to participate in school sports even if you're homeschooled. So he was on the swim team and did great, or baseball or some sport. He was hot.
I will say this about that.
Her little hottie boyfriend. She's always had hot boyfriends. Go ahead.
I will say this about the whole California tell your parents, don't tell your parents. Why don't we just start focusing on like a good solution to this problem? Like,
What is a good solution to the problem?
I don't know what it is, but like, how about working with it instead of fighting it or fleeing the country or like?
Well, that's why I say if my child wants me to, you want to dress like a penguin? I don't give a shit. Wear what the fuck you want. You want me to call you Captain Kangaroo? I'll call you fucking Captain Kangaroo. But
I identify as a
not,
kangaroo and a captain.
I'm not putting any
military kangaroo.
Yeah, that's possible. I'm not putting any medication or permanent alteration to my underage child's developing body.
I do agree that I don't think you mess with any chemicals or do any.
Well, I mean, for fuck's sake, we don't bring a bar of soap into this house without reading every fucking ingredient on it. We're gonna let our fucking kid. No, but if one of the boys came to us now and was like, "Hey, I want to transition," or one of the girls for that matter, if one of the kids came to us and was like, "Hey, I want to transition," I would be like, "Oh, okay, well, how long?" I would ask questions and I would say, I will do my best to support you. And I would beg you to consider the long-term impact of these hormones. Why can't we just keep continuing? But you're an adult. It's your choice to do what you want to fucking do.
Yeah, you do.
So because I also believe if you want to fucking shoot yourself full of heroin, you should be able to. You're a fucking adult.
It's your thing. Dean's is south of the border, Punta Gorda. We've never been there.
Well, we'll have to go.
We did see that Paul was at that fisherman's place the other day that we had gone previously. We saw him eating some oysters up in there, getting all randy.
We're gonna have to come up. We haven't.
We have to come up. I like that area.
But like again, I haven't even had time to talk to Todd. I've been friends with the man for years. I'm the worst.
So Hugo Bob says he's not allowed at Brownsville Station. He was caught smoking in the boys' room. And if you get that, you are old. Yeah, smoking ain't allowed in school.
Well, I will tell you that Smoking in the Boys' Room was remade by Poison in the 80s.
Oh, I thought that might have been the Crew. But yeah, see, that's what do I know.
No, was it Motley Crue? Who was it?
I think it might have been Poison, yeah. And Paul gives the thumbs up because Paul is of a certain age, which is kind of awesome. It is Motley Crue. It was the Crew. Right? Look at me.
Motley Crue.
Speaking of musical awesomeness, I got some good news this afternoon.
Yes, he did.
That my song "Rock and Roll Villain." I looked at the bottom of the charts, didn't see it. I'm like, oh, maybe I didn't make the charts. Number 3, I debut on the rock and roll chart out of the Vault 847 out of Chicago. Rock and Roll Villain, which is my favorite track on the album because it's badass, debuts at number 3 on the Vault. So I'll. I
don't know if this is gonna work. Wait.
Why are you playing? You're playing.
Trying to figure this out. Rock and roll villain. Broke up the band because I couldn't better listen to it.
So that was a thrill to debut that high, and I have to say that it looks like we got a certain number of votes, and I think a lot of them came from myself, Stacy, and Hookah Bob,
and Christina and company.
Christina and her friends out on the East Coast of Florida.
They were all at a wedding rehearsal. Like they were getting their toes painted, and the girls were all there, and they're like, "What happened? What happened?"
So we can keep it on the charts or move it up the charts. I'll give you guys the.
I thought he was stopping doing the chart.
Well, he was. The chart stays, but now I'm in like regular rotation. But you guys can go in and on the website, there's a place called Dedications on the vault847.com. And the bottom, it's called Dedications, and you put your name and you put Doug Gear Rock and Roll Villain, and hopefully we can get some traction on that station.
I'm doing it right now.
That'd be amazing.
I am going to.
She gonna do it. She gonna do it.
Where is it? Is it
way at the bottom? All dedications.
All dedications.
Yeah. All dedications, and you can. Well,
I'm
takes a
about to
while.
do it while it loads. Is it really normally this slow to load, or is it because I have so many
Yeah.
fucking tabs?
It might be tabs. It might be our Wi-Fi. But there it is. All right. So
No, that's I'm waiting for
okay.
the tab
All
to
right,
open.
wait. So, anyways, it's quite a thrill. I'm up to number 5 on the other station. We have to hammer that thing this week at.
Oh, actually, I think Kristen and Tracy and Ann may have voted as well. By the way, if you
yeah,
voted,
yeah.
let us know.
If they did, thank you for everybody because it was a thrill. Like I totally was looking at like 18, 19, 20, like I figured I might get on, but I didn't know 3 was pretty good. So I was very happy with that,
You should be.
and I was super happy on Sunday with making it to 5th place on the US 41 chart. So you guys probably all have that number. Just keep hammering it.
239 331.
341 4104.
I don't fucking know.
You guys should have it on
Just have
speed
another
dial.
text. Jesus,
right now.
everybody's texting me.
So that was fantastic. And it was funny because I don't really a lot of their music is more heavy metal, kind of drop D tuning, kind of darker. And here I come in with a punk song.
It's definitely got like heavy metal
Yeah.
vibes to it. I think Brent would love it. Our friend Brent's
there's certain shredder type people,
but it's not necessarily Doug's vibe, but there was some it was just
no,
vibe.
there was a couple that they had
If you
played
like
of
a
new
rock
songs that were good.
station, like a
Yeah.
metal station.
Yeah, metal station. Yeah. Whereas
Metal.
US 41 is like a little bit classic rock mixed with some new stuff, mixed with the local stuff, and they'll throw in some deep cuts. So
The problem, I mean, I love Matt, and I love the music that's come out. I mean, what's that group that I really like? The one that's like number 1. They have the cool videos.
Rocks Revolt or
Rocks for Volt, amazing. I love the
they're
Denataries.
good.
Like those guys are fucking
Yeah.
no joke. And a lot of these
and
other
before
groups are very
Arcadia has
good.
been super nice.
But those two,
on
those two in particular, I'm super impressed with.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they're a threat.
Well, no, they're legit, right?
Well, like, it's like,
and here's
how do you
my thing, right?
How do you compete with that? They have videos.
They have videos and stuff. Maybe we make a video. I don't know. Maybe we make a video
Anybody
for
wanna
Perfectville.
help us? I bet our friend Juan would do it.
Who's Juan?
One that used to work with me at Graphic
Where
Mill.
does Juan live?
Miami.
Is he going to come here and?
Oh, he might be in New York now. I'll have to ask him.
We'll get the guy from New York to do it. Actually, all I would really need is a digital SLR and somebody to do it. So we could do something.
Jen down the street's a photographer.
Maybe she do it. Yeah, with our spare time.
Yeah, she doesn't have 4 fucking kids.
Anyway, the
did you read? She doesn't have 4 kids, by the way. She has 2. Did you read the comments? Are we up to
Ann says, "Awesome, Doug," and thank you for that, and thank you for all your support. And Kristen, thank you for super well. Woohoo! Congrats, Doug. And something about brushing a husky. I don't know if Tracy was here for that, but I made up a whole thing about Keith Urban and his new song, "Brushing a Husky." Actually, no. Who's that guy? The tall, is it Adkins? Trace Adkins? Is that like the guy I'm thinking of? No, that's Brushing a Husky. I went down the road with my truck. I was brushing a husky.
Oh yeah, wait. So Tracy's brushing a husky, which means I don't think she's coming back. And am I supposed to share the picture? I don't know.
No, I think she's here. I don't know. But she's probably busy. She's always showering, brushing, doing things of the lesbian variety. So I am very psyched about.
I actually just went online to. I guess we should. I'll screen share this in case he doesn't have time to watch because he's in the middle of watching this. I went into the dedications page and I wrote your name, Stacy. Can you please play this badass song for my badass friend Hookah Bob?
Hookah Robert. It's all good.
And it's Rock and Roll Villain. There you go. Thank you for your submission. Took 2 seconds. And I get to do something nice for a friend. So I like that. That's a good time.
Come on, it's like Rock 98.4.
Yeah. And I'll dedicate it to all you guys. I'll just sit here and be like Stacey H. I can have different names.
How many emails you have? A bunch, right?
I have, but the problem is all my emails are like really, like we're not even like
we don't try to hide it.
We don't even try to hide that we're ourselves. Yeah, I could just sit here and make up emails where we could pay for one of those promotion companies, and we probably should, but instead we're counting on you guys. But y'all have been amazing, and the fact that there are people paying for advertisement, they're paying for promotions, and we're competing with them. It's thank you so much. It just means the world. What do you have for comment?
Tracy says, "I am listening," and Doug was right. I was in the shower. See, yeah, you had to get all that husky off.
The fact that you have psychic vibes.
I do.
When Tracy is in the shower.
Oh,
Is a little concerning.
we're
Why are you tuned up with her dirtiness?
Well, we both like to eat bugs. I'm sorry. Sometimes I even disappoint myself with what comes out of my mouth.
You've been spending too much time with me. Friendship for everyone.
For everyone, indeed.
Okay. Tracy's laughing her ass off, which is good. They don't work together anymore, but there's
If
one
we
time
did.
where this could have been a very big problem. And if you ever try to run for fucking office, this clip is coming.
Well, Jim, he said he liked to eat box.
Ooh.
Do you have anything to say about that? That
lefty
liberal box eating motherfucker. He shouldn't run for office. I'll tell you. I am all right. At probably 3 or 4 today, I officially had my fill of opinion, facts, political junk, theories, and like I was just
But
full
what
of
were
it.
you doing that was giving you these things?
Oh, nothing. I think it was just, had just been building up, and like
it
just
wasn't like we were
it got
talking about
full.
it
You know,
today.
because like the whole thing over the weekend, that's pretty traumatic, right? You
It
get
was.
kind of
Yeah,
worked
I know.
up,
It was my fucking birthday.
so.
Mhm.
But like even today it was like, oh,
Do you know Richard Simmons' birthday was Friday and Saturday he died? And it was my birthday.
well,
so
he didn't die on his birthday. He died and died on yours.
yeah, okay. The
Like a
president
normal
gets
person.
shot. Like there's some sort of health issue with my favorite bands. Like everything.
Oh, wait a
just seems
second!
to
I
be
almost
going
saw
to
something.
shit.
Wait, I just thought of something.
What?
Trump was elected president on my birthday, and he almost died on your birthday.
I don't know what that says.
I don't know what that says either. I'm not laughing at that, but I'm just laughing at
it's just
the numbers game.
There's
here.
always a
It's
synchronicity in
always
dates
something.
and numbers. Actually, we've lived at a lot of houses
Yeah.
that the number, so like you add the numbers together and it makes one number. So like so we used to live at 37 Surfside Road. That was 3 plus 7 is 10, so it's 1. But then we lived at 17 Old Plain Street, and that was 17. That's an 8. So 8 is supposed to be the number for prosperity. So big things are coming.
I was born on the 8th.
As a matter of
Look
fact,
at me, Mr. Prosperous.
as a matter of fact, and the weird thing for me, Richard Simmons was 76 when he died. He just had his 76th birthday, the day before my birthday.
Mhm.
My birthday, 7/13/76.
76 over here.
How weird is that? It's just weird. Everything's being weird. Am I the only one that thinks everything in the world has been weird lately?
Well, it's that whole
It's my
Mojo
hair.
Rising
I think
thing
it's
with
my
astrology.
hair is throwing everything off. It's like super limp right now. I need my roots all done up. I forgot to schedule a follow-up appointment. I think that my hair very well may be the center of the universe, and not scheduling my
Oh, right. It
follow-up
could
with
throw
Zasha.
off the whole balance.
She hasn't gotten back to me, and she's
That's
like,
why the North Pole
when
is
do you want to come?
moving. Yeah.
Sasha asked me, when do you want to come in? And I'm like, as soon as possible, but also don't work extra. You need time with your family.
That was a while ago. I
thought I usually schedule. I don't
remember
know
when
what the
that was. That was
fuck
a
happens,
while
but
ago.
that's not like me. I thought I had already
because I
scheduled
went with
it.
you. Oh, it must have been in March.
I think
we went
out
after
front
church.
to take a picture, and we made friends with the lady. I don't remember.
Oh yeah,
It
the
was a
lady,
whole
the
thing.
smoking lady with
The little
the
BMW.
full of stuff.
And Tracy says everything is so weird in this world. And yes, Doug, I had to get the husky off me. It was so much fur. Let me ask you a question, and all of you, anybody who enjoys to eat box, how do you feel about the amount of hair on the box that you're eating? Is that like a 70s bush situation, or like a trimmed up, or like
you
a
want
shape,
full compliment?
like a pleasing
You want full
shape,
compliment,
or like a bejazzle, or like a Telly Savalas?
or do you want a shape? You you use a cookie cutter, and like make a cat out of
Whatever
it
you
for
want.
Halloween.
We just want to know how you like your box. And how do you like having a box? Like if you have one as a lady, I got to tell you, mine comes in like a goddamn Cupid doll. It's one red loopy lock. It's weird. It looks like a fucking Cupid doll. So I keep it all.
So Paul says his balance is off too, because he said too many beers. LOL. That's like Homer
Careful on
Simpson.
the bike.
Homer Simpson. Every time he learns something
Right.
new,
Your balance is
has
off.
to
Too
forget.
many beers. Take a fucking Uber home. And
Yeah,
by the
take
way,
an
it's
Uber.
raining here.
It is
so-
raining. The sky is actually kind of really, really cool right now. It's like a backdrop. Looks like one of those gray backdrops from Olden Mills. So what Homer Simpson said is that he anytime he learns something new, he forgets something else. It was that time when he took that wine tasting course and forgot how to drive. And that was just a great line. Tracy says, I don't care as long as the person is comfortable and it's clean.
Oh, well, there you go.
So she could go full on Lippmann mop, and as long as that's clean, she's good to go.
What do you prefer to have yourself?
Oh, well, we don't need to know that.
I do.
Cactus puss is the best, like prickly cactus puss. Like 5 days in.
Hang on. I'll head right over.
Tracy prefers bald on herself.
right? More comfortable.
You like,
But I don't want to have to shave it or wax it. I wanted to just magically be bald.
Kristen says shave it all, and
right.
You were drunk.
I used to get waxed, and okay, this is the funniest.
I think
story.
we told this last week.
I've told it,
Yeah.
not last week, but I told it. So I go to get waxed, and I'm friend. Of course, like I'm friends with everybody, right? Like I
Frenulum.
chat, like I learn their life story, whatever. And so I'm getting waxed, and this woman, Jamie, delightful, gorgeous, is by the way, highly recommend her. Can't remember the name of the place. It's in Braintree. Someplace everybody goes. Her name's Jamie. So she's waxing me.
Yeep.
And accidentally shoves a finger in my puss. And so I had referred her.
Don't flatter yourself.
I had referred her kid to a therapist that my kid went to.
Right.
And I'm at the therapist's office waiting for my appointment. And she walks out, and my therapist, Treva, is like, I'm so sorry. Was that awkward for you? I'm like, she stuck her finger in my pussy the other day. I think we're good. Like, I think we're good. We're okay. Right in there.
Well, it was probably an accident. Probably.
She knew that the ass felt different, and that's the important thing.
Well, I'm sure the finger went up there too.
I am not pregnant with twins, so that bodes well. So I have so many things that I would like to talk about today, and I have a mark, and it's 8:46 already, so we're gonna have to fucking fire ass through
rapid
this
fire.
Shit. Yeah, he did apologize, but I call bullshit. Okay, so Amber Rose is trending, and here's part of the problem. We're old. Some of you guys are old, and we're all also not cool.
You might be old, but get the grooming done.
I just don't have. Well, we are old, but your balls were stubbly as fuck yesterday.
Stick. I don't know.
Okay, well, do something.
Do?
By the way, men,
if
you shave your situation, it makes it look bigger. But honestly, I know how big it is. I felt it inside. So I'm going with the balls. You want your balls in your lady's mouth? Keep them silky smooth and clean. It's a little tip from Marital Hate, where you learn things every day. So I had no idea who the fuck Amber Rose was, but she spoke at the RNC. Apparently, she was born, Amber Lovenchuk on October 21st, 1983. Probably a Scorpio. You gotta watch out for them. They'll sting you. And she's an American model, television personality, actress, and entrepreneur.
All right, but I heard all day. OnlyFans model Amber Rose. That's what.
Of course.
That's from the left. That's what the left were.
Okay,
stating.
So she gained she gained significant public attention through her high-profile relationships, including with rapper Kanye West and rapper Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa, Kanye West, both musical geniuses, maybe a little nuts, and whom she has a son. Amber Rose is also known for her distinctive bald hairstyle and numerous tattoos. She's hot. She's like so hot, she's on fire. She has appeared in various music videos and has her own reality television show, The Amber Rose Show. Additionally, she was a vocal advocate for body positivity and women's rights and has organized the annual Slut Walk event to raise awareness about sexual injustice and gender inequality. Amber Rose has also ventured into business, launching her own line of eyewear and fashion items. I asked ChatGPT this morning. Obviously, as time goes on and they decided to make a slander campaign about her, it may change. It may just say OnlyFans person. I'm sorry, I just burped a little. But the bottom line is she's a person from a mixed race family. She got up at the RNC and spoke today. I only heard part of it, but the part that she talked about was having a conversation with her dad, a veteran. And she's mixed race. Having a conversation with her dad who is a veteran, and telling him, how could you vote for Trump? He's a racist. And he said, tell me how he's racist. And she couldn't come up with anything. And the more she digged, she decided that she liked Trump. That doesn't mean you should like Trump. It doesn't mean you shouldn't like Trump. That's just how that came to be. So it's interesting. It's interesting that there's been a bit of a shift, particularly within the Black community. So like hours after there was an assassination attempt on Trump, 50 Cent had Trump in the background, and it was like a song about somebody wanting to be shot, and he superimposed Trump on it. So it's interesting to see things are very quickly changing. And to Doug's point, like, you don't know what's the truth. You don't know what's fake. It's exhausting. But, when we do our hashtags every night, we try to catch on to things that are trending. And as such, I have covered like 5 of them. Tell me what Pootie Pie is, because I'm too old.
So Paula's WTF. I think he's talking about the grooming thing. It's still off the rails. It went off the rails at 8:21. and it's still off the rails. Matthew says, I'm not allowed to shave because I look like a child with my micro penis.
Aw.
Oh, little Matthew.
Okay, hear me out though. We have friends that have come on the podcast. 2 of them, one has a monster dong, one has a tiny dong. I told you guys about the monster dong, but I would never tell you my friend has a tiny dong. But anyway,
He did.
the one with the monster dong has trouble getting laid. Nobody wants their intestines fall out. The one with the small penis gets chicks all the time.
Look at that.
He got a chick to buy him dinner and then blow him in the parking lot of the 99. Of the 99. Which if a dude takes a chick to the 99, it's like,
yeah.
But if a chick takes a dude to the
to-
99 and gives him a blowjob in the parking lot,
That's a
suddenly the
win-win right
99,
there. Yeah.
That might as well be Peter Luger.
That's a fucking win-win. I don't know what is Peter Luger?
It's a steakhouse in New York City. It's very expensive.
Really?
It's posh as fuck.
All right. So Paul says he'll have to try it and see if it's his is bigger, element, FO or whatever.
Send us
I'm
before and after pictures. That would be fun. We can put it on the site. Or just send it to me because I like to look at dicks.
Paul, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's going to hear it, so you got to show that
Listen,
redwood to somebody.
I have been working on my list of single ladies. I have 2 now. 2. Well, one's kind of half single, but one's actually single. So if you send me a picture of your dick, I can show it to them, and they might just
We'll
jump
give
on
you a
it.
grade.
They might just jump
They'll
on
give you a
it.
grade. Matthew says, learning all about cochlear sex in the Micro Anonymous group.
Is that in the ear?
Oh, it's with the micro penis.
I'm gonna need
Um,
to watch that.
All right, so I have so many questions.
About cochlear sex.
Well, I'm blowing a guy with a tiny dick. I have questions. Paul says, all right.
It's not like you're.
He goes, Paul says he's shaving and going to the 99. Yeah, drive up to Massachusetts or wherever the local nearest one is, but get yourself some steak tips and some other tip taken care of.
It's really hard to find anything. I'm literally cochlear sex kink. And I just tried cochlear sex. They didn't care about that. Audio erotica.
Matthew says, keep it together, Doug. And he's laughing.
Can you send me a link or like a video, please? Thank you. I would appreciate that. It's a maritalhate@gmail.com. Okay, so
I can't even. All right, so this PewDiePie person.
yeah, who the fuck is that?
He is a.
'Cause he's got like the same number of followers as Mr. Beast.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
finally met, and it's like a big deal.
But here's the thing.
We also have the same number of followers as Mr.
No,
Beast.
we don't. If we did,
Did you see this
we would
this
have-
week's post?
yes,
to
if
promote
we
the podcast?
yes, if we did,
we have more
would-
followers than Elon than not Elon Musk, Mr. Beast.
But all right, so it's from an old skit. It's from an old skit.
Oh, well, you're from an old skit.
Or a skir or whatever. So anyways, PewDiePie is this YouTuber from Sweden.
Yes.
Now I think he became popular for kind of the wrong reasons because I think people were laughing at him, not with him. But now people love him because he's I guess he was like doing these gamer videos and things like that. But then he just kept going. So he's just making him on the couch with his dog and all this other stuff. So I did
Is
find.
he likable?
Well, I don't know. So I found this little song that he did,
All right, I guess we're gonna sing.
and it's called "Lasagna Bitch,"
Blow that to full screen.
which is kind of amazing. And hopefully you'll hear the.
Oh my God, you should send this to Cindy.
Yeah.
Is she here tonight? Yeah, we'll send it to Cindy. Oh my God.
So
you
that's
have to send that-
PewDiePie, and apparently people love him, and he's got bazillion followers.
You have to send that to her.
I will send it to her, but I just closed that.
Oh,
window, so
Tracy said she can't hear it.
Oh.
Hmm.
It just went bitch lasagna,
Bitch
lasagna, bitch lasagna.
Well, it's unfortunate that you couldn't hear it, but
Well, look it up yourself. I'm not here to amuse you. No, I am
Cindy.
actually.
Okay.
What do you got? You have more to hashtags for us to talk about?
Yeah. Well, I have a whole bunch of stuff. So I did want to hear how everybody's day was, and I don't think you guys have told us. Put in the comments. Tell us how your day was.
Put it in the comments.
Also, Jimi Hendrix is trending.
Yeah, I don't know why. I looked it up. I couldn't figure it out.
No, but that's okay. You don't have to figure it out. I want you to tell your Jimi Hendrix story.
Oh, Jimi Hendrix, as you know, greatest guitar player probably that ever lived. He was just insanely different and good. Although Les Paul was up there. Les Paul could fucking play. Jerry Reed could. Don't get me started. Jeff Beck. Anyway,
Jimmy Page is also on the list.
I'm not a big fan of. I think he can play, but I'm not a big fan of Led Zeppelin at all. I think Jimmy Page is a very nice guy. I
Doesn't
think
that
he's
tell you
played out
everything
some
you
really
need to
cool
know?
stuff.
He hates
What?
Billy Joel too.
Hey, Billy Joel and Led Zeppelin. What do you want? You know, Pete Townsend and Keith Richards both hate Led Zeppelin. Anyway, so I had this dream one night that we were at our old house or whatever, and our couch was in the living room. So you had to, like, from the kitchen, you walk back and you're at the back of the couch, you know, and I kind of came over the back of the couch, and there is my wife having sex with Jimi Hendrix on the couch in my
I
dream.
didn't actually have sex with Jimi Hendrix on the couch. And I think the reason he's having that dream is because we had sex on that couch so much.
A lot.
How many people do you think had sex on that couch?
Oh.
Because we had sex on that couch.
Hey.
Oh, at least one of the kids, if not more of the kids, had sex
Well,
on that
define
couch.
sex. Do you think a little?
Oh, there's
Little
definitely been
tuggy-tuggy?
hand. There's probably been a lot of hand jobs on that couch if I had to think about it.
Um,
I'm afraid to ask, but we don't have the orange couch anymore.
we don't.
so
It's
we will
gone.
never know.
Anyway, so
we didn't send it out for DNA testing before
no,
we
we
got
didn't.
rid of it. That's
but we had
people.
something like 30 people sleep on that. Like
68.
68 people. Jesus. See, but 68 people slept on it. It would fit 3 people, like, because it was a big.
68
L-shaped.
different people, and most of the people slept on it 100 times. I mean, how many times did you sleep on that fucker?
Oh, a bunch. Yeah.
That couch was made of feathers. Don't buy a
Oh, it
couch
was
made of
nice.
feathers if you're pissed off at your
It was
husband.
so
Because
good.
then he's gonna sleep there and he's gonna be like, "This is as
Oh,
cozy as my bed." Fuck
so
you,
nice.
bitch.
So nice. Yeah, and Stacey knows it well. The orange couch. We have pictures of that thing. It'll never be replaced. But how does a piece of furniture become like part of our like story? Like,
well, because it did, right? It was from our like early dates.
like
I
a-
actually went and originally looked at it with my friend Mike. May he rest in peace. Drunk Mike
Truck Mike.
drank himself to
Mhm.
death. And God knows what else. And then
Learn a lesson, kids.
Yeah. And a sweetheart of a guy too. And then Doug and I went back and tried to figure out how to fit it. Then I negotiated the price down.
I
Then
had
we
to
had
draw a
delivered.
diagram.
It was a whole shit show.
It was a whole thing.
So yeah, I mean things become important to us, and it's interesting because my friend Andrea's daughter Kristen Kowalski wrote this book called Becoming Home. It's actually about Andrea's house, which has been in her family for generations, and it's told from the voice of the home. The sad part of the book is that it's the whole premise is that my friend,
speaking house.
the first fucking paragraph is like, so your friend died
Yeah,
and her family doesn't know what to do with the house. And I'm like, fuck this. My friend is amazing. But I need to finish reading it. And it's like,
Jim didn't even make the book, by the way. Thank you.
my list of things to do. But I think he's in the book, but I haven't gone that far. She was reading it to me before we moved away. I'm not caught up. I feel like the biggest asshole on the planet. And I really need to reach out to her.
Yeah.
Hopefully I will remember tomorrow. But I've been a fucking disaster.
So just thinking, going back to that orange couch, you don't get attached to things,
No, not usually.
but you're attached. You were attached to that couch. You're attached.
that
to your
couch was
Jeep.
awesome.
You're
I love
attached
my
to your
Jeep.
Jeep.
I love my Jeep.
Those are
But do you notice about me though?
in that fucking bed.
But I love
Hate that
something.
fucking bed.
I love something and I love it forever.
You love it forever, yeah, like me.
That bed is fucking awesome. First of all, the
It's an IKEA
mattress,
piece of shit.
the mattress is heaven. Second
Oh,
of
that
all,
mattress is good. We bought that mattress.
Second of all, it's got like the swirlies, it's wrought iron. You can hang things on it. You can grab onto it. It's very fucking helpful.
You can lash some sort of bondage gear up to it,
We have.
if you must know.
And
I
after
will-
I fucked so many people in the Volvo. I don't want to hear about the bed.
You're the one who asks
mostly
questions. You
fucked-
don't want to know the
I
truth. You
assure
can't
you-
handle the truth.
I assure you, I have fucked myself in that bed far more than anyone else. What?
Rockwood is here.
Mhm.
Rockwood may or may not have had sex on that orange couch.
Rockwood, you remember the orange couch? Did you
orange
ever
couch.
have sex on it?
Nah, probably not.
Did
It
you
was-
or like a little hand action?
I don't know. Well,
Was I really drunk one night? Like I don't remember.
Rockwood is
remember
one of
that.
our
He's a
friends
munch.
from back home, and has seen me at my best and worst. But he's a fantastically
Such
funny
a
individual.
sweetheart, but he's
We love him.
huge. He's huge. He's a great big guy. We met him
With a-
because he dated one of the girl's friends.
Yeah.
He's a bit older than she was. And he's just a sweetheart of a guy. He loves
Might not have been
Madden.
legal, Rockwood, but we're not going to say
He
anything.
loves. If it wasn't legal, we would say something. But,
But
it was-
our boy enjoys the sexual situation.
Oh my God, his
Oh,
Facebook.
yeah, his
If you're a
Facebook
horn
pages.
dog- if you're a horn dog like me, you have to follow him. He has a great page.
Best.
On Instagram as well. So
Oh,
hey,
like I'll see something and I'll know it's Rockwood.
Oh, of course.
I'll know it, and I go, oh, look what Rockwood did. Again, I'll show you, and
Yeah,
it's some penis.
he's like, guess who posted this?
and
I'm
it's
like,
usually
Rockwood. And
oh wait,
Tracy says
He'll be in
"Good for you,
Tampa."
Rockwood. Do
on November 6th through 8th for my birthday.
you want to get together? Do you have
Rockwood.
time? But again, We never know because of my fucking illness, and we're always busy because of podcasts. But we like to aspire to do things. It's
Yeah,
a
we
thing. We make plans and cancel them. As a matter of fact, people get mad at us because I have to cancel because I'm sick.
that happened.
You get mad at people for canceling because they're sick.
You know, yeah.
How about be sad for them because they're sick?
Same kind of people that steal crutches off of polio kids.
Do you know someone that steals crutches off of polio kids?
Wasn't that like in one of those Dickens stories? They stole
I don't remember
kids'
things
crutches.
from the olden days, much less Dickens stories, unless it was made into a fucking Disney movie. Thank you.
Oh, there you go. You call Gen Z or shallow? I'm talking about a classic.
I was kidding.
I
Have you read it?
No.
Okay. So shut the fuck up.
But I'm old enough to.
We got comments. Rockwood says, "Miss you
Yeah,
guys.
we missed the Rock.
You, buddy. Come on down. We got room." And Courtney says, "Hey, beautiful. Hey, Doug. Hey, gorgeous."
Well, at least you said, "Hey, Doug." At least you didn't
Thinking of you.
put the side eye in print. Usually, it's like some sort of elongated "Hey,
It's true.
Doug."
Maybe she doesn't have the fucking energy. Girl,
Oh,
you
maybe.
okay today?
Yeah,
How are
yeah.
you doing?
Hopefully
I
you're
haven't
all right.
heard from you. We need to talk about collaborating and supporting one another and what we're doing and what we're doing wrong, and also just supporting
You guys
each
should
other.
sync
as
up your
women.
cycles.
I don't have a cycle. I had it removed. And that's actually about to come up, by the way. We're going to talk about my cervix in great detail.
I was actually I thought that was pretty funny.
It was funny.
You're going to sync up your cycle with somebody that lives in Missouri.
And I don't have
And you don't have
I don't have a cervix. So there's that.
And
Yeah, I don't know, but she's just an amazing person. I absolutely love her. Rockwood says we have to get together. We will try. He says no excuses.
all right, why is he going to be down here for 2 specific days in November?
He probably has like an event. He's got tickets.
Let's make up something. There's probably like
Okay,
some.
but hang on. I want to get back to the no excuses. I would like to make plans, but if I'm sick and I can't fucking do it. But you're welcome to come here and watch me drool myself in the fetal position and cry and
It's a good time.
attempt to fashion a turkey bag over my head so I can off myself.
That we did.
Tracy says I want mine removed.
Get yourself a
Then
plunger.
get it removed.
Get yourself a plunger.
Just have
One of
listen,
those hand-powered chainsaws.
Hear me out. You girls do that fisting, right? Just get Bex to reach out. She's a nurse. Just get her to reach up there and
Just yank.
you know.
Yank and twist. It's like a yank and twist.
And Courtney says I'm doing well. Did my laundry and dishes and caught up today. Made some cookies and planted some seeds.
Jesus, that's more than I do in a month.
She's super mom, and she was chasing
She
5
really
fuckers
is.
around the entire time she was doing it. Jesus. And she's an amazing creator. By the way, if you're not following Courtney already, what the fuck is wrong
Yeah.
with you?
Yeah.
Follow Courtney, follow Hookah Bob. I mean, all these people follow each other anyway, but like talk about content.
I
She's
think
really got some
Rockwood
interesting
Rockwood
stuff.
needs to be friends with Hookah Bob for sure.
Rockwood and Hookah Bob should definitely be friends.
Yeah.
So Hookah Bob actually he has brought us lots of yummy candy. And he makes these custom bongs that we're going to carry on our website, which Doug is currently working on finally. Courtney, we got that, and then she says it was much needed time to myself. I mean, my kids are all around me, but it was nice to get caught up.
She locked herself in the bathroom and spun the bean.
Oh my God. I used to go and I would take a bath, and that would be like I would have 20 minutes to myself. I would try to do that at least once a week. I would just get in there and read a magazine because I needed a fucking break. I was also doing it by myself with 4 kids. It was hard, and go to school full time and volunteering. It was all the time. So, comments. So I had we talked about the social. We asked everybody how their day was. No one has quite told us. Fallout Boy has done, sorry, I said Alien Ant. Fallout Boy has done a cover to We Didn't Start the Fire, which you hate We Didn't Start the Fire.
Well,
you hate Billy
it's
Joel?
Billy Joel. Maybe if somebody else did it, I might like
Well,
that.
I want
don't
you
know.
to listen.
Let's
They
give
did
it a
their
go.
own little version.
I still hate it. Still hate it.
Doug still hates it. Well,
hate
I thought
everything.
it was funny because I was sitting.
I didn't know that they had updated the lyrics though.
Yeah.
For the times.
So I am a big believer that thoughts become things. I believe that for a long time. Of course, that's what the center that we go to, the Center for Spiritual Living, practices through they use the book by Ernest Holmes, Science of Mind. Highly recommend. Well, I'm like catching bits of it here and there.
Well, we're getting a lot out of it because we're giving them 80% of our income.
We're not giving them 80% of our income, but some people do tithe. We have no income right now, so we're tithing by giving a lot of our energy to the
We need
center.
somebody to tithe to us.
That would be good. But the point is, I lost it. I had a point. Nope,
What is that all
it's
about?
just about having sex with hearing loss. We don't have time for that tonight.
We've talked about seizure sex. We can't talk about sex.
No, it's just
with
that I
the
don't
deaf.
have time to read
Okay,
about
all right,
it,
okay,
and I have too
all
many
right.
other topics that
No,
I've
you
already
go.
bookmarked tonight, and I was on a tirade and it cut me off, and I
Sorry.
don't know what the fuck I was talking about. So, and I also didn't know who Big Sean was.
I don't know who Big Sean is.
This is all the fucking shit that happens when you're old. I did not know who Big Sean was. So I had to look it up. He has a new song out.
Big Sean.
So here we go again. With some
I have a
sort
lot of music competition with these people.
No, you're not in competition with this guy.
No?
It's different type style of music.
My music's for all.
Niggas looking for engagement at the top. Will come and talk to me then. But when they quick to draw your watch like they trying to freehand. If your girl only knew I fly out this
That's
weekend.
feedback.
But she's lucky because I'd rather spend some time with little man. I see myself in my son. It's like I'm chucking meat in bitches struggle.
Okay, well, the feedback there not so good.
Yeah, not so good. But
We need to figure out the
song
audio.
was okay. It was all right.
I don't know. I wasn't excited
It's
about it. It
alright.
didn't really seem to have a chorus.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but that's that guy.
It's okay.
He's and I could ask the other machine, the other robot.
The other robot.
You have to ask all the robots. Who is Big Sean? So Big Sean
Is
whose real name is Sean Michael Leonard Anderson.
he's got.
Sounds like
He also played
bank.
TV's MacGyver.
an American rapper, singer, and songwriter. Is born on March 25th, 1988. If you want to send a card. He's from Santa Monica. He was raised in Detroit. Big Sean gained prominence in the music industry after releasing several mixtapes and eventually singing on with Kanye West's Good Music in 2007. His studio album, so he indie musician, I like that. His debut studio album, Finally Famous, released in 2011, had featured singles such as My Last, Marvin and Chardonnay, and Dance Ass. He continued to achieve commercial success with subsequent albums, Hall of Fame. It's Hall of Fame, the song I think it is. Dark Sky, Paradise, I Decided, in Detroit too. He's known for his lyrical prowess, catchy hooks, collaboration. I didn't hear a hook there. Catchy collaborations with various artists in the hip hop and R&B genres. His most notable songs is Blessings, and then also I Don't Fuck With You. Oh, I don't fuck with you, you little stupid ass bitch. I am fucking
Oh
with
yeah,
you.
I like that song.
And then Bounce Back, One Man Can Change the World. He's received several awards and nominations throughout his career and recognized as one of
Very
the
nice.
prominent figures in contemporary hip hop. So old people,
Get wise.
now we know.
Paul says, "Damn, I could hear the feedback over the band."
Yeah, it's we gotta figure out some stuff. We really,
We don't know what the hell we're doing.
We're
Imagine how good this podcast would be if we did know what we're doing.
if you ever work for a small company where everyone's scrambling to do stuff and you can
And there's a paper
everybody's
jam.
stressed out and working all the time and there's just not enough hours in the day and then one person gets sick and the entire company crumbles. That's kind of what happens around here, but we are making strides all the time. I found ways to streamline a few little things that I was doing.
And I checked out little Courtney's suggestion for a video creation tool,
CapCut,
which looks amazing.
but doesn't do what we
I
need to.
don't. Well, no. It does what we want it to. I just have to figure out if going pro will get us because the long videos we'll cut them into short videos. But you can only do an hour. So
you should reach out to a salesperson.
yeah. So we have to do that.
Not that they
And,
have salespeople.
Jess for our cruise Parts Unknown says, "Hey yo,
Hey girl,
we love Jess.
are you back?
Sorry for being late. And I don't think she's back. I think she's still out at sea. She's a C.
Some
is what
people
she is.
have lives. Jess does some beautiful writing, but she's also been dealing with some heaviness, as is Courtney.
Yeah.
All of my friends, it seems the more intuitive a woman is, the harder of a time she's having right now. And men too, but I think sensitive men. But like, I think it just goes to show that the energy is just a little fucking off, which I know sounds like woo-woo hippie bullshit. But look at me, I got fucking dreadlocks.
Hey, look at you.
One of
You
my
are- you're
screenings
woo.
is that crazy hippie chick. Like, what did you think was gonna happen?
You don't know. You're hippie. Tracy says that's one of my favorite songs. Don't fuck with you. And that was it was in a movie. It was in. What movie was it?
In oh my god, Charlie Day and that little girl. IMDb. He was a teacher.
Oh, it was a fight. The fight
Charlie Day.
wasn't that the lunch fight or whatever. What was that?
It might have been called
Fist fight.
Fist Fight with Ice Cube. And he was also in Horrible Bosses. I didn't know he was in Lego Movie, but y'all, if you have not watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
Fantastic.
oh my god, if you like this show,
Not for the week of
you'll
art,
like that show.
but
And
just
by
great.
the way, if you know anybody who likes that show,
Yeah,
they
bring him
will
on
love
over
this
here
show.
because we're good. Hookah says that's Matthew when he misses everything at work stops.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then Jess says she's in the States. She came back on Sunday.
welcome back.
She's the living large.
Welcome back.
NC.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I
I gotta ask when
and
he,
yes, and his wife was the older sister from Reba Joanna Garcia.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay.
I will say, I'm wondering, Jess, because you were on a cruise, did you find out about the assassination attempt on your cruise? How did you find out? Because when you're, where you're in cruise, and
Yeah, you know,
vacationing,
you're taking
distracted,
a news break.
Have you ever
from
had
that.
something happen that like you're completely oblivious to that everybody else knew?
Nah, probably nothing big.
I haven't, but remember when Sean came to visit us and he flew into Boston and it was the anniversary of the marathon bombings and he
Yeah.
had no
He had
idea.
no idea. Yeah, because it was a
He had no idea that there was bombings in Boston the year
It's like,
before.
what? He wanted to get out.
He had no idea.
Yeah, a friend
that
of ours from Texas had come up because he had a layover. He was going to Paris, so he was to meet a girl. So he had a day layover. So we're like, yeah, you can crash here, and so he did, and we took him to the airport. It was very nice.
I don't know that was an exciting story, but okay.
It wasn't,
Uh,
but that's the kind of people. We are.
Bucks is trending, which I don't know why. I think it has something to do with sports. But there's the Buccaneers, which is like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
say BUCS, right?
Yeah, what is this now? How does it spell?
I don't know, BUCKS. I'm thinking,
BUCKS.
give me some bucks. We need them.
I don't know.
So we are going to set up, we're going to figure it out to set up like some Patreon or stuff like that
Something.
to bring in a little revenue. But if you are on Facebook, you can give us like stars or whatever. I think YouTube, you can give hearts. We're not 100% if that actually gives money. But, it's the podcast costs us about $200 a month to put on. That's probably a little more than that. Canva. I paid for Canva
Minus
for the year.
lipstick.
The lipstick is.
Although you
actually, I
did
got
get free
for
lipstick. Yeah.
Thank
well,
you to Shannon.
Yeah. She
By the way,
donated.
if you need nail polish or lipstick or eyeliner, go
yeah,
see Shannon.
she's
so colorful.
the person to go see.
And she's actually going to be doing permanent makeup soon, which is very cool.
I'm gonna get my tongue permanently redder than it is. Like
Prime Day, Amazon Prime Day.
yeah. Anybody get any good deals?
I did not even attempt to do anything for Prime Day. Did you?
Uh,
We should look to see if
no,
there's,
but
like,
I saw
things that we need.
an inflatable hot tub. People were like, were John about
AirPods are 29% off.
29. It's that's a
third
good
gen.
percentage.
Third gen.
That's all right.
I'll tell you, we had, I don't know if we had the second gen or the third gen, but we had to return them. We have pros now. I had the first gen, they were fine. But yeah, now we have pros. Ring doorbells are 50% off. We already have one. Ancestry DNA kits. If
Little
you want to
br-
find out if you're my long lost brother.
Oh yeah, you could find out.
Don't get the Ancestry one. I have 23andMe. The Aura Ring, which is like a wearable smart ring. I don't really know anything about it. Roombas are on sale, 50% off. Not all of them, of course. Beats headphones. Fashions are up to 25%
Light
off.
bulbs that you can control
There's
with
a
your phone.
Samsung TV that's like $100. Sonic Cares are 45% off,
I'm telling you,
which pisses me off because I just bought one.
if you don't have a Sonicare toothbrush, do yourself a favor.
They're pretty good.
Sonicare toothbrushes are the bomb.
I like
They
the
are
ones that have-
amazing.
I like the one that does the beeping for each quadrant.
Yeah,
the
I like
other
that
one
one.
I like is they designed one, and I don't know where they're at in the market, but it's a bit
And
that
you
goes
stick it
in your mouth, and you just chomp on it, put it in your mouth, and it brushes your teeth. I
It's
want
called
one of those.
chomping at the bit. No, I just made
it's
that
not,
up.
but that would be cool. Car seats, vacuums, like if there's something
Blow
you need for your
dryers,
house,
vacuum, robot vacuum,
crushed ice, ice machine,
Kindle,
Dyson hair dryer, more Beats headphones.
more laptops.
I think I'm just looking on
gaming
the honestly
Yeah.
in luxury stores are 20% off. Like there's a lot worth checking out right now. And of
I
course,
wish-
check the lightning deals. Water wipes on sale
Water
is a
wipes
good deal.
for
We
your
don't really
butthole.
go through that many though, but we do like the water wipes because they don't have any chemicals in them. But there's definitely some things that
Are there
on
any
sale.
sex toys? Young Rock would ask.
Probably. Oh
And
yeah,
also-
for sure.
And also there was a comment. So Jess said she paid for Wi-Fi package on the cruise and was the only one in her group who found out. And she says I yelled it, and everyone was hogging my phone.
Yes.
Oh.
So there are
Oh my-
many a
Oh
sex
my
toy.
goodness!
Everything from Astroglide, from the wearable G-strap dildo, sex toys,
wearable,
panty butterfly,
folks.
clitoral stimulators, and remote control, 10 vibration and 3 wiggle modes, waterproof vagina stimulator, and nipple adult.
Nipple adult.
That's what it says.
It does. It says anal nipple adult. That's what it says. That's the name of my next band.
There's
Anal
so
Nipple
many.
And
New
then-
toy for women, 10-speed quiet adult toys, women portable, new gifts fun,
It's all
women
cheap.
pleasure toys, USB
$15?
fast tongue, waterproof handheld massager.
You gonna put something that only costs $15 on your Yoo-hoo?
There's the flower shape
The flower
sucker
thing.
with it's the flower, but then it's gonna and many of the lubes, and then the flower shaped sucker, more
thing,
flower.
yeah.
There's just all. It's just
Just what is that?
election.
Electric nipple corrector.
The fuck is a nipple? Oh, it's like to pull your nipples.
Oh, to invert the flat.
Does
nipples.
anybody have inverted or flat nipples?
I hope not.
Would you like to trade? I've got this gumdrop situation, and it's kind of
No,
pornographic.
you're good. You're good.
So yeah, sex toys are an option, but I
They
haven't
are.
bought anything yet. Let me know if you bought anything. Let me know if there's anything I need. Not that we really need anything, but I do have an Amazon card.
And
And,
Rockwood's smiling, and he says he loves us.
we always need stuff for the like. There's always stuff that we need for the podcast. As a matter of fact, I need a decent phone holder for the podcast so that we can videotape while we're in the Jeep.
Yeah.
In theory, and then we have
Oh, sorry.
peacefully. That's trending. I think we should all do everything peacefully.
I'm forever
Unless you're going on a funny tirade.
Peacefully. Ding, 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 ding. Can we put that on our...
You can. So yeah, we should all do everything peacefully, unless you're going on some sort of tirade. I don't want to have peaceful sex.
No, peaceful and polite sex. It's not good.
Ugh,
It's
fuck
just
that.
like, why bother? Like, hello, how are you?
And then
Nice to see you.
term is trending. I believe that there
What
should
is
be term.
Term.
Yeah, it's probably because people are they're talking about the presidential term or whatever. Anything trends, it trends.
Yeah.
I would argue that there should be term limits for anyone in public office.
What about sperm limits? Like some
I
guy that
think
shouldn't
it's
really
pretty
shouldn't be
clear.
breeding. Should they put him on a sperm limit?
Pretty sure that yeah, there's enough fucking this whole thing with like all the people transitioning and stuff and all the phytoestrogens and fucking things that are hormones in our food. I think we're all slowly losing our sperm.
Tracy agrees with term limits.
I don't think anybody I don't know. Do you agree with term limits?
I don't. Yeah, I don't think there should be 4 years and out, because then I don't think you get any momentum, and I don't think you make any friendships, and I don't think you make relationships.
But if
But
everybody's there for a short period of time,
Then it's maybe you're right. Maybe it's more of a representation of who's out there.
I think that you should have to have I think it should have to be that you fall within certain averages within a demographic, and you should be paid a like salary just like you were doing anything else. Like, it shouldn't be, oh wait, I'm a billionaire as a public servant. It should be like jury duty. Like, nobody really wants to do it, but here we are.
Well,
Because I think the American public would get less fucked if it was like your average Joe.
Are you saying like it's like jury duty? Like every so often they're gonna get you and like, you got to be a congressman for 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn it.
That'd be great. Fuck, I gotta be a congressman. You get your same salary. Your job has
Oh.
to give you your job back.
Yeah, and they'll fire you the day you come back. As soon as that leave thing expires, they'll fire you.
Listen, we've seen some things. We saw somebody get fired like immediately after they healed from brain cancer, and then they were like, "Hey, this chick's pregnant. We should fire her."
The second time, and then when I worked
Terrible.
for a certain large
An HR company.
large financial situation back in the day, a woman had breast cancer, went out and came back, and the day or the second day she came back, they fired her. It was terrible. Jen Corey's here. She says, "Hi guys."
Hey, girl.
We love her.
We love her. I'm glad you're here.
Jess is referring people named Taylor and Derek, unless that's like some sort of sexual euphemism.
No, I think she's tagging them.
Taylor
Y'all
Baker
should
Decker
come. We
Bonner.
have a good time.
Yeah, it's all good.
Or that could be a bank.
Paul says, "I vote for chocolate fried ice cream with extra cinnamon." That's now you have my attention.
I kind of want to sit on that and like.
And it's going to be a little cold.
I'm plenty hot for the both of us. Thank you.
Hot for teacher. All right, wait.
I'm a middle-aged woman, and I live in Southwest Florida. I assure you, my puss could fucking bake cookies.
Did you
Shove some cookie dough on in there, and 10 to 15 minutes later, you got yourself some. Actually, I'm middle-aged, so they're kind of dry, but you get some cookies. That's really what it comes down to. What? You know those, like when you go to the cookie section and they have the break, and you break off the cookies, and you can cook as many as you want. You should take one of those. It'd be a little crispy, a little dry ass snacks coming out of my Sahara.
You know what?
Pussy.
I don't.
But here's the thing: if you lube it up, so that way you can get it in there, because it's like a dry ass middle-aged woman snack. You can't get in there. So what you do is you take the cookie dough and you roll it in some coconut oil first. It slides right in. You get a boner, because you always get a boner from coconut oil, and a nice moist cookie comes out.
I don't want you to think about doughy stuff in your vagina. Like I don't want like doughy stuff.
I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes it happens.
Tracy says, I think the Electoral College should be disbanded and they should be responsible for paying their own health care.
What does that have to do with pussy cookies?
Yeah, I don't know what that has to a cookie puss in every pot. Just says they are my friends. Yes.
Oh, we like your friends.
Well, bring them on. Chocolate fried ice cream is yummy.
Any fried.
She's laughing. Crazy bake, Stacy. Instead of easy bake, it's
a crazy bake
or
oven.
a coochie bake.
A crazy
is what
bake.
it is.
A coochie bake oven.
And Hookah Bob says we have gone off the rails yet again. 8:20 and 9:20. Every hour on the hour, we will go off the rails. What if we did like a marathon? Would it stick? Like people are waiting for every 20 past the hour?
Listen, I took cannabis oil I don't know, at 7 o'clock. Oh, geez, I took it at 7. Maybe I didn't take enough because it hasn't really kicked in yet.
This is you normal.
This is normal, not even a little high.
It's my wife.
So we're gonna also talk about Treasure Tapper is trending.
Treasure Tapper.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I believe it is some sort of game. Yeah.
Some sort of game
Some
called
sort of
Treasure
game to waste your time.
I think that Treasure Tappers are on sale for Prime Day. I saw a bunch. Right here, Treasure Tapper.
Treasure Tapper was my nickname in college.
Really? Because you were the only straight guy there.
I was.
You were like.
No, I was one of like
you
two.
Had like a
I think.
serious girlfriend.
2 or 3. Huh? Yeah, I did.
And you
at the
didn't.
time. No, I didn't.
You didn't fuck around. You're not that guy.
I'm not that guy.
Not that guy.
I'm not that guy.
He'll just be miserable instead. Not with me, but you know.
I will. Yeah. I didn't have a nickname in college. That's how boring my life has been. But now my life is pretty exciting. Now my life is pretty exciting.
Well, you can thank me for that. Tracy says, and at 4:20 we all get baked. No, I can't get baked. So the way I have,
she's got it all down to a
so
science, folks.
7 o'clock is like kind of the sweet spot where I'm not a total disaster, but 6:30 is kind of the perfect time. So I'm just like high enough to be super chatty. But it was actually funny because last night we had a podcast. Doug hurt my feelings, and
for which I apologize publicly and privately.
I appreciate
and learned from it.
It was actually really funny because I looked at the pictures that you sent me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how could you not tell? I was super upset just by looking at those pictures. That was like the first thing I thought.
Yeah, I didn't even really look at that.
Oh my God. Like I was trying not to cry the entire time because you're making all these comments and I'm not trying to but I was looking at the pictures today and you were making these comments and it was making me more and more stressed. Like I was about to burst into tears at any second. Yeah. So seeing those pictures today was rough and I was looking for a quote today. So I listened to it again. So it was a little rough, but we're working through it. So yeah, there's that. But what was my point? My point is that
hi.
Oh, after the podcast. So we we end the podcast and there's always stuff that we're like, okay, we're gonna stop talking about this, we'll talk about it later, or there'll be stuff like, hey, we need to do this better, or one of you guys will say something fucking crazy and we'll be like, can you believe that they said that?
Well, it happens. It happens.
The irony of that, by the way. That's usually when when there's drama. That's when we have those conversations. We're like, okay, what do we do about this? But I was super chatty when we got in the house.
I had a crazy headache
all
day yesterday, and it started to go away, and then it came back.
Okay, can I ask for a favor?
No, go ahead.
You have had headaches for 3 days in a row. I don't think you're drinking enough water, especially considering you're in the sauna. Can you start using your water bottle again for at least until you go a week without headaches?
All right, sure.
Okay.
That's normal.
And then you cannot use it again. Are you saying that's not normal?
No. That's a reasonable request. I meant to say reasonable.
Yeah, you like to use that
normal.
word.
Reasonable.
We're like, I don't feel like there's nothing normal or abnormal. You're perfect just the way you are.
So Tracy says at 4:20 we go off the rails and we get baked if we're doing a marathon where we go off the rail every 20 past every hour. I don't know. Like, could imagine a 20-hour
I assure
marital
you.
hate podcast,
First of
like a
all,
24-hour.
First of all, we could do that. Well, I don't know. 300 is coming up fast. We could. We have the 300th episode coming up, so we're at what 292. So when does that put 300?
8 shows from now.
Oh, well, thank
We
you for the counting.
3 days this week. Next Friday.
It will be next Friday.
I believe so. Yeah. Unless it falls on the Thursday because of the number.
Because
Yeah, no, it would be Friday. What are you looking at?
just trying to think if 300 is next Friday, not this Friday coming up.
Yeah.
What if it's next Friday and we did like a super long Jackbox episode?
We just play all day, and people could check in and check
We
out.
play till I don't know about all day, but like maybe all night.
we just thought we'd just keep playing.
Hear me out.
I'm listening.
We go to Lehigh. We score some
I'm not going to
meth or maybe a little cocaine, and we start the podcast at the normal time, and we go until one of us dies, or or there's nobody who wants to play. What do you guys think? Should we do it? Let us know. If anybody wants to stay up super late or something else, should we do the podcast naked?
Yeah, think of something.
So something special you would like for the 300th episode? Oh, I have something special I came up with today. So we were talking about the closing credits and how the closing credits, like, they miss a lot. There's 2 things that we need for the podcast intro and closing. We need a disclaimer. Like, seriously, this shit's fucked up. Like, nobody should watch this podcast. What are you doing? You seem like you with the coffee mug. You seem like a nice
Coffee
person.
mug.
You seem like a nice person. What
You.
the fuck are you doing here? Yeah, you're just on your phone, minding your own business. You
Yeah,
think to yourself,
sitting there.
what could possibly go wrong?
Sitting there in your chair,
You're here now.
watching us.
It's not for you. You're a nice person. Great.
You're better than this, everyone.
So people watch this podcast, and I'm concerned about them. And Jen Corey says it's fun. So what should we
It's
do
fun.
for 300?
Well, Jen is one of those Jackbox players that extra in there.
She's so much fun. And will Jen enjoy an all-nighter? She says it's fun. So here's my idea. Ain't no party like a Jackbox party because the Jackbox party don't stop. I started by Jen Corey, the Master Haters. Oh, so we need a disclaimer. And also on the credits, we're going to change the credits because Wes and Nolan aren't giving us content anymore. So we're going to take them off. And also, I think I want to put a picture of my hair for Zasha, but I would also like to include the Master Haters in the credits because you guys are all our favorite and we love you. And so if you are a Master Hater, a person who comes night after night and comments all the time, if you would be so kind as to send us a picture and whatever name you're willing to display. So it could be like Hookah Bob, or it could be
your business name or whatever.
Your biological name, or it could be like a superhero name that you want to fucking give yourself. Like the immortal Hookah Bob. In a photo, we would like to put you guys in the credits. And so everybody has like a little idea. And if you have a business that you would like to support and you're a Master Hater, we will plug your business in the credits of the podcast. Thank you.
All right, I have something I almost forgot to share today.
Our
former hometown of Scituate, Mass, made the news today.
It makes the news all the time.
With this bad boy right here.
Wherever we go makes the news. Have you noticed that?
It does. Yeah. All right. So here's what happened today on this boat. Great white shark comes up to boat in Scituate. Bloop. He's
like, hey, this is.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
No, the shark is like, this is too big of a boat.
Oh, it's too big of a boat.
Did you see the look in his face?
I think he's like, probably there. This boat good? Nah. And he went swimming for a better boat. Yeah,
a smaller boat. Those people had a bigger boat, so they were safe. I've gotten myself into some sort of craziness on YouTube, and I'm actually looking in the wrong window right now. So let me just pull this up.
So Scituate, Mass.
Did I accidentally close Instagram?
Oh, maybe. So Jess says someone inspired me to reorganize my office so she can actually get her product selling.
Oh my God. Okay.
Should you just yell it and want to just mom her into?
I'll mom you. I'm so good at that. you're not close by, or I would just come over. I love
Yeah.
organizing. And of course, I have no energy. I have no
Oh my
fucking
God.
time. Why am I committing to things? But that's the shit that I'm so
She
good at.
loves
I
it.
love it.
She loves-
I love it. Like right now, I have blue lady balls because I can't go to your house and organize it. My friend fucking Todd has like a whole warehouse plus his house and every cabinet shoved full of stuff, and all I want to do is fucking organize it. But he lives in Massachusetts.
You want to organize my head, but you can't
don't have
because
time.
I'm fucking.
I did
train
try
wreck.
to organize his head. It's not going.
Tracy
very
says
well.
it was a decent sized shark. Yeah, with no
It
slouch.
was a decent size shark.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
no
this.
slouch.
I don't know how, but I managed to fuck up.
What if Jess called you on FaceTime and just walked around and you say, all right, put that there, put that there, put that there, do this, do that.
Yeah.
And you charged her $400.
Well, actually, I wanted to talk to Jess because she actually does some work as a career coach.
She's an undercover.
I don't know if she
career
does
coach.
any recruiting work, but I don't know if you know this. Doug is a graphic designer. Well, you're really more of a brand strategist.
I'm all things to all people, but I have worked in employer branding before, and that you should be familiar with.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay,
You
sorry.
are a brand strategist.
I dabble in it. Yes.
You are a badass brand strategist.
Badass.
The last company that you branded sold for $300 million.
Allegedly. No, it didn't actually.
Can you?
It did. I don't know. I don't like to blow my own horn, but you're blowing it for me, so that's.
But why are you denying every nice thing I'm saying about you?
know.
Like this is like
I'm trying to be humble.
but don't be humble. I'm
Okay.
trying to raise your self-esteem, and you're fighting me on it every fucking step of the way.
All right,
Please
I'm a
stop
badass.
talking about my husband like that. My husband is a brilliant graphic designer and brand strategist. As a matter of fact, he's working on a campaign with a company right now, and what he has is absolutely brilliant. And they've got this copywriter and his stuff. I don't know if it's good. I'm telling you. I was like, what is that shit? What is that shit? What is that shit? With my, I wasn't impressed with it. And, I'm telling him, don't do the copywriter's job, just do your job. So anyway, Doug's a graphic designer. He worked for a large corporate and got laid off 2 years ago. So now he works freelance. We have our own little company, and it's, and we're working on the podcast as well. But if you're doing career stuff, maybe there's like a way to work together, or maybe you just want to do booking some stuff for Doug and get a rev share.
Yeah. Look
Because
at that.
his like you just bid a job was $10,000.
Yeah.
$10,000. That's not gonna sneeze at.
It's not bad. Uncle Polly's going to bed. Sleepy time. Good night.
baby.
He probably gets up at 4.
Very.
Feed of those trucker guys. They get up early. And then Tracy says, and the new company is driving the old company into the ground and should be sorry for getting rid of you. Bullshit. Well, I've heard some things in recent
There's
days
some things.
about.
Part of it might be going away.
Well, no, nobody said that. They just said they're not supporting it and they never did support that new piece of business like they should have, and so it's kind of a problem.
Any comments?
And then night, Uncle Polly, she says.
Good night,
she's
Uncle
nice
Polly.
to
Sweet
people. She's nice to
dreams.
others.
Uncle Polly, you and I don't disagree. Travel the world
In the 7 seas.
Everybody's sleeping with Polly. He wishes her
He's-
No, he's picky.
Oh,
Can I
he
tell
is.
you?
He is.
We
he-
play FMK, and I put Heather Graham, and he's like, nope.
What?
No, he has denied all of that. I gave him Bunny XO. Nope. He
What
just
is-
wants like a
he's
nice
picky.
girl. If you know a nice girl who is single, Uncle Polly's a fucking catch. I love this motherfucker. He's my uncle.
Polly.
Because like all uncles, you find him at a bar on Father's Day when you're asking a total stranger
Good night,
if
Tracy.
he would turn down an early morning blowjob. And of course, Uncle Polly said no, and we became best friends. And now he's my uncle. Okay, so I saw this video on YouTube, and it's cool as fuck. So he takes this, throws it, and it lands in the basket. It's like a hay contest at the Ohio Scottish Games.
Are they trying to get it on that pole, or are they
No,
trying to get it
they're
in the
just
basket?
trying to throw it as high as they can. Who gets it?
And it's on the basket.
He got it in the basket.
Wow.
They got it in the basket. But
Nice.
here's the thing. I watched this video,
Yeah.
and I thought it was a dude.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is, in fact, now, dude, if you
Oh,
look
nice.
here, you see
Well, I read the she first, so
this is a nice lady, right? With a thing. I missed the she part. So your wife is an idiot. And, thought I'm trying to comment and engage with other creators.
Yeah.
So I did that on I did that here on YouTube, and it was funny as shit. I said my husband watches porn, which he doesn't, and I watched this video on a loop, and this is where it gets really funny. June Squids wrote what, and she's crying, and then somebody else wrote, oh, and then I must have written something else, and she said, all right, for all of you who are flooding in, the video of this photo is the owner of this channel, and she is indeed a woman. Yes, women wear kilts. I wasn't really paying attention, and I said, and she commented, I don't know if this changes this for you or will make you question things, but the thrower me is a woman. And then, of course, I told her how gorgeous she was, and I told her she was a badass, and I am so sorry. So anyway, it was amazing.
So now she's going to come over here and throw me into a basket and then fuck my wife.
Listen, she's a fucking thirst trap and a half. I'll take her. I find men doing manly things to be sexy. She's a woman doing manly things. I think it's sexy. Why we have to delineate things being masculine or feminine, I don't know. I've been brainwashed. That's pretty fucking impressive, though.
What is that? It's like a little hay ball?
Yeah, it's like a little hay ball, but she flung it.
I've never seen a sheaf. It's a sheaf toss at the Ohio Scottish Pavilion.
It's fucking cool as shit.
It's a sheaf toss.
She's a badass. I love it. And then we have.
Tracy says the Dropkick Murphy song in the background makes this so much better.
I agree.
Although I didn't even notice that you spelled Murphy's wrong. So that.
Honest to God, I go to the store to buy Scotch tape, and I expect it to be like. And if there's a movie where Boston is ever, there's going to be a Dropkick Murphy song, or Sweet Caroline, or I love that dirty water.
Those. Yeah,
Boston,
I do like. I do like Dirty Water. I do like that song.
Well, at fucking Fenway. There's nothing like Dirty Water and Sweet Caroline at Fenway.
I'm kind of sick of the Caroline thing, but
shut up.
Dirty Water when they win, that's just great.
Shut up.
Oh.
Sweet Caroline is awesome.
I will say this: the Standells.
Who?
The Standells, who sing Dirty Water, as
Okay.
a band. They were on the Munsters, and they sang a song called Ringo.
Was it about Ringo Starr?
It was kind of because they had gone on the air in '64, and Beatlemania was in full fledged, so they had to do like a Beatles like sort of show. So they did that.
There you go.
They did the same thing on Petticoat Junction, but they actually used Beatles music on that by a girl group.
Has anybody asked for them to play Doug Gear music on US 41 radio?
I don't know, but you should text them 239-341-4104.
Sleep, please.
Just
Doug Gear. It will give you sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree?
So I have texted US 41 once again at 239-314-4104.
Is it 314 or 341? I always get
314. 341 is Stoughton.
that. Okay, all right, 239, whatever.
I'm writing it down.
Okay, everybody text them before they go to bed.
Do you have any
And you're gonna
topics
sleep better.
before I get through mine?
I believe I have kind of exhausted my couple of things. I had the cutie pie thing, and I had the shark.
All right, I have a couple things. So there is the number, and I am going back. And Tracy says to go to US 41 Radio on Facebook, and you can chat to request to hear Doug.
Chat it up.
You can do it on
do
email. Like you can do it like 8 million.
You can
ways.
smoke signals.
I just keep it in my text pinned, and then I just
write a little note.
And I always write something different every time. Well, I have been. I wasn't before. So I had some little notey notes. Oh, okay. So you had some man love.
Apparently I did. I didn't actually have it, but apparently you told me about something.
You didn't.
Well, nobody came to the house and had male on male sex with me. So you say you have man love.
Listen,
that's what I think.
Keep your fingers crossed. It might still happen. But the man love that I'm talking about was the fact that we had an FMK this week.
Thanks, Jen. Appreciate it.
I am looking for. We had an FMK this week, which I am currently looking for. Give me a second. Where it was Douglas Gear, Douglas MacArthur,
and Doug
Flutie. Which one would you marry? Which one would you fuck? Which one would you kill?
I'd marry MacArthur because he's dead, and I would get his sweet military pension and his pipe.
Pipe. Okay, well,
and I wouldn't have to take the pipe.
Peter Lancelletti, who was previously a guest on the podcast.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
He's written some interesting books. He wrote "The Three Dougs Sound Awesome. My eyes are on ... And I said, you can take mine, but only if you marry him and take very good care of him. And he said, Stacey, I would never insinuate insinuate, which is not really the right word, but that's all right. I never insinuate myself between you two people whose marriage was made by the universe. Oh, sweet.
Oh,
I sent this 23 hours ago. I was pretty annoyed with Doug when he sent this, so I don't know that I
can't stay
agree.
mad at me long.
A recurring problem is a recurring problem. And so he said, however, he is quite the catch. Musical, intellectual, with sizzling hotness. Besides, have you forgotten? I like older men.
Sizzling
Just the fact
hotness.
that Peter thinks that you're older is hilarious.
I'm sizzling hotness.
How old is older than Peter?
Well, I don't know.
Isn't he
I think his last fella was a younger dude.
No, but I thought Peter was older than you.
He's probably a little older. I don't know.
But
I will say
I would have given him to you last night.
the only thing I have in common with sizzling hotness is that I look like the crap left in a pan after you've fried up something.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Sorry.
I do have another one for you.
Tracy is laughing.
Okay, so fucking
Sizzling
Billy.
hotness. All right, Billy from Peru, who you know.
You guys
Who is-
know,
is
you
it-
just know how much I love Billy
He's
from
a
Peru.
fantastically gay
To
man.
the question, what did you eat? What's the strangest thing you've eaten for breakfast? Billy posts that.
I ain't eating that.
Billy posts that. So I, of course, have concerns for my friend and his sanity, not to mention his health, but the conversation, as conversations with Billy do,
They go right.
went off
They
the
go
rails.
off the rails, just like
I'm
the
telling
show
you,
every 20
we
minutes.
would be 30 seconds into an episode with Billy and you guys would be like, oh my God, that's enough of that already. I said, what in the Peru is that? Billy from
It's from
Peru?
Peru.
It's from Peru. And he says it says canned Surrey, but they have accents over them. Surrey. The larva of the moth from the Amazon. Yummy.
You're gonna trip balls. You eat that.
I
thing.
said, okay, but if I come over, you have to disguise it and tell me it's something else. I'm easily queasily. And he said, just kidding. Those are sour gummies made to look like larva. Oh, he was kidding. And I said, now I'm afraid. And he said, be very afraid. And he said, I'm sure you've had worse things in your mouth. And he put a picture of my mouth with an eggplant. I don't like eggplant. It's a nightshade and they're inflammatory. Then he said, and I said, oh yeah, I'd rather have it in my mouth than larva. I mean, technically it ends with larva. Okay, never mind. I already eat larva. And he said, they both throb and squirt in your mouth when you bite into it. I said, ew, you just talked me out of ever doing that for Doug again. Guess you'll have to do it for me. And Billy says, my master plan is complete. And I told him it was genius. And he is now saying, hey, daddy, to you.
Sizzling
are-
hotness.
You are
Right
old
there.
enough to be his
My
daddy.
sizzling hotness knows no country borders. It knows no
Well,
borders.
you're going to go to Peru and do ayahuasca with Billy on one of his little trips?
Come home, I won't be able to sit down for a week.
How are you always the bottom? She just assumes he's a bottom. Honey, just because in this relationship you're a bottom doesn't mean you have to be in all relationships.
That's my
Honest to
wife.
God, I want to be a bottom so bad. I'm like, tell me what to do.
I tell you what to do sometimes.
Sometimes.
So tell
I
you
mean,
what
honestly,
do.
right now I'm like still upset with you, so it's not the time. Now you have to like
Well, eat your
You're
larva
back.
then. I don't give a shit.
eat my larva. I won't be
Eat your
eating
gummy
any.
larva.
I won't be eating any larva anytime soon, Douglas, because you have been not my favorite. Can you please tell them about the guy in the lawnmower? And
Oh,
did you get a
okay.
video?
I did not get video.
Hookah
I did get a
Bob.
picture. I did get a picture. I
Hookah
got. Let me
Bob.
find it.
You have to see this.
This is fantastic.
I
Hang on.
thought of you this
Totally
morning.
forgot about this.
I was laughing my head about this while I was peeing, and I thought of Hookah Bob.
What was this thing that I'm trying to find?
The guy in the lawnmower next door.
I'm trying to find him.
Just it doesn't matter. Just tell me. No show. Just tell.
No.
No.
Oh, it was on your phone. That's why I don't have it.
Okay. Well.
All right. So, anyways, the next door they were this kind of heavy set guy. He was a heavy guy, like tank top, mowing the lawn on one of those zero turn mowers. And I can hear the mower right. No, and I might have it.
No, it
and
wasn't
so-
in my phone, but it's not here.
So then I hear the weed whacker, but I didn't hear the mower shut off. So I look over, guy's driving a zero turn, hanging the weed whacker off the side, like buzzing like the side of the house, and but yeah,
like
like
stayed on the zero turn.
he couldn't even
the whole thing.
he couldn't even get out.
Wait,
it's
he didn't
actually-
get out. He was genius. The man
It was
a fucking
kind of genius, is what it
Genius.
was.
Hookah
Um,
Bob. Just get your weed whacker, just put it there, then you don't have to walk around and do it. Do it all at once. One false swoop. Good for him. I actually had a so that's actually not, it was my phone that you took it on, but it's not
But it's
in
not
here.
there.
No, I don't know what you did.
I'm double checking my phone.
I'm telling you, your phone wasn't here. It was in the house. You used my phone, and
Alright,
it's not in
alright.
here.
All right.
So, although there is a picture that's going up tomorrow that will crack you guys up. We never told the story about washing my hair yesterday. Please tell the brief story of washing my. I woke up and I was like, my hair just feels dirty. I need to wash it. And I don't wash it every day, and I do. Tracy said, Billy, what did it taste like? You're gonna have to ask Billy that question, but I can ask him for you.
I don't think it was an actual moth, though. Or
No, he said it's a gummy.
It's a gummy. Okay, so it tastes like a gummy. All right, so so we came out on the lanai to wash your hair.
So my hair felt gross. So I washed it in the shower. So Doug helped me. I sat a little stool because when it gets wet, what do you think it weighs? It's probably about 15 pounds.
Yeah,
now.
I was going to say like 10 to 12. Yeah. Right
No,
away.
that's when it's not wet.
When it's not wet, it weighs 12.
I don't know. What do you think it weighs?
No, it's heavy, but it's not like
That's half of it.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Whole thing. That's not even. That's like 8 ounces.
Okay. So
Maybe
it's not 8 ounces.
9
It's at
ounces.
least a pound. But when it's wet, it's very
When the
heavy.
wet, yeah, it is legit.
So I was having trouble because the water pressure in the water pressure of the gas bath is great, but the water pressure in there sucks, and it's got one of the hoses, but even then it doesn't work. So I came outside in just a towel.
Just to tell this guy's over here with his weed whacker
And Doug is hosing me off
with the garden hose
So,
on the jet setting.
And then I put my like bubble thing on my head to dry my hair, and Hookah Bob was dying. So it's going up tomorrow. You all can have a little laugh-see. And then of course there's the video of Doug washing my hair, which we will definitely put up. Apparently Russell Brand had a picture of Russell Brand. He of course being a nonpartisan person but a peaceful person doesn't believe like that it was a good thing for the president to be shot at.
Right.
However, he made a joke. It was a picture of Trump getting on a plane. It said, "Here I go," like "Here I go," and then all I could think of was "Shoop" by Salt and Pepper.
Here I go.
Here I go. Here I go. Here I go again.
again.
Girls, what's my weakness?
Men.
He says he's straight, but he went to art school.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like all the aftermath, right? Because a Democrat can't say, anything about it, but I don't think the Republicans should be like, oh, now it's your turn, or now it's this, or
I haven't heard anyone say that.
I've heard some of that stuff. I've seen
I
it.
would love to see what your
Seen it.
source is, because
No, it was Courtney. So I don't want to pick on Courtney, but she had something about that was the first time a Democrat ever was psyched that somebody used an AR-15.
yeah, what's wrong with that?
Don't make jokes. That's a joke. You're making jokes. Guy got killed by that gun.
So
We're not making jokes
So
about
here's
that.
my thing that's really hard.
We're not making political statements based on that.
Here's my thing that's really hard. My coping mechanism is humor, right? So like when something's hard for me, I joke about it. But I think it's a really fucking it's inevitable that we're going to make jokes about it, but it's how to know when it's appropriate, when it's too soon, because all I can think about is that this is a threat to our democracy, of course, is a threat to a father, a brother, a blah blah blah's life, but a person died. So I don't know, like I'm trying so hard to be sensitive to that, but at the same time, like it's inevitable that we're going to make jokes about it because that's how we heal. I mean, that's what we do here on the podcast. So I don't know, but I will say I don't like the partisanship. I love that Trump reached out. Kennedy and Trump had a conversation.
They did. Leaked video.
Trump reached out. I didn't see a leaked video, but
He
Trump,
reached out to get him to back out of the race and back him.
maybe he did.
Yeah.
Why would he not? But you don't know why he reached out.
That's what I read that. I'm just caveat. That's
Again,
what I
you
read.
don't know that. So I'm saying that from RFK's mouth.
Yeah.
He and Trump had a good conversation.
Yeah.
They talked about moving forward in the election and how they want to unite people, bring people together, and have a more positive election. Trump had a humdinger of a speech prepared. Apparently, he has like a new lease of life. Because he by like a quarter, if he hadn't turned to read that fucking chart, he'd be dead. And so he changed his speech for the RNC, which I don't even know when his speech is. I will probably catch clips of it on TikTok. But my point is that that I want to be cognizant of this family that lost, the father. And I also want to be, but I also think people heal in their own way. As long as it's something that's positive, I'm okay with it. But like, I don't want to hear it's just the hate. It's just the fucking hate, the negativity that I hate. Like, there's a big difference between you're joking about something and you have, you're joking about something, you're giving someone a hard time or whatever. As long as it comes from a positive place. Like, we joke about everything here, but not one thing that we ever joke about comes from hate. It's just not who we are. Like, everything we do comes from love. Even when we're like mad at each other. Like last night, I did not react well. I was really upset. And I was not happy with how I handled that. I was making jokes about it. I was making jokes about things I was planning to make jokes that were relative to it for, but also like when I was delivering them, I was like annoyed, but they weren't coming from a negative place. They were coming from a place of like, Jesus Christ, I want our marriage to work. I want to, I want to be happy. I want to like do good things. And like, I was trying to make people laugh, maybe make myself laugh a little bit. But like, there's people out there that are just making jokes to hurt people. Like, are you laughing at us or with us? Are you trying to divide people or trying to bring people together? Are you trying to raise the level of the society or lower it? So I will say, like, I don't like, I've never invented anything. Although I've invented a lot of snacks when you're high, which I think has its own value.
Bean brulee.
There should be a fucking Pulitzer for that. And I would win that shit. And by the way, if there was some sort of Olympic sport for fucking losing shit, your girl would win. That's not the point. The point is that I have not done anything particularly noteworthy. I raised 4 children. I think that they're amazing, but they don't think, I don't know what they think, but they don't talk to me. So I couldn't have been very good at that. So I have not accomplished much in my life, but bringing you guys together in this nice little community where everybody has friends and everybody has a place to go. And like, I feel really good about that. Yeah. I feel good that we're uniting people. I feel like we're changing the world. One inappropriate comment after another.
One dick joke at a time. Jess says, bring everyone together. And the other Jen, how many, this is Jess, right? Jess and Jen. Okay. Yes. Amen. Stacy.
Well, there's 133 people watching. Probably a lot of them are Jens.
You think? There's a lot of Jens in the world. There's less Jesses than Jens.
Probably Jens.
But there's in the Christmas song they talk about Janice and Jen, which is different.
I had a comment here. All the chats on Facebook today. I don't know what the fuck that means, but okay, we'll have to cover that one tomorrow. And I don't know what my C-word story is. C-word story?
C-word. Is it C-word, like the C-word?
C-word.
Or C-word as in ocean going?
I don't know what my C-word story is.
All right.
Anyway, I've got some notes for tonight, so we're pretty much caught up.
So Jess says, I feel like a real family unit. And Jen says, you have accomplished it. And I think she has. And she continues to do so and is required here on Earth.
I do get down on myself because, with my illness, I had, basically had to abandon my career. I abandoned my career at several points. Obviously, I had a family that was really important to me. I thought that was going to be my career forever. Then I of course I worked retail, which I love, but that wasn't what I planned to do with my life. And then I did hair. I loved that. But my former spouse went back to work, so it wasn't feasible. Then I went back to school. I got a job in finance. I hated it. I went over to tech. I was very good at it though. I got a job in tech and I was doing amazing. And then I got sick. And so like, it just feels like so much has been taken from me and I haven't done anything really for 10 years. And I get down on myself and, chronic illness will do that to you. But thank you for your support. I appreciate it. And I do. I feel really good about the podcast. I feel really good about Thanksgiving because I make a really good fucking Thanksgiving. And if you want to go on a Disney vacation, take me. I'll get you on every
planning a Disney vacation? There's nobody better. And then
we don't fuck around.
Yeah.
I had a lovely chat with Nick, our friend Nick the Roofer from Roof Easy today. Baby number 3.
No way. Oh, look at that.
The baby's
coming. And we knew him when he only had one. So.
We knew him when he had one. He was like, I don't know, it's going to be a little while. Then there's a baby and then there's another baby. And so It was meant to be.
Jess
I'm
says
so excited
that's
for them.
fantastic. Jess
So
says
he wants to come on the pod sometime, but he
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
want his
He
mom
doesn't
to
want
see it.
Oh, okay, all right, it's good. Amen about the chronic illness for sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
it's really rough. I didn't
it's not
realize
good.
that Jess had one, and we had another new follower today that has a chronic illness as
Tracy
well.
says, "Congrats, Nick." Yeah. So is he still doing the roofing thing with his brother? Or
He
something?
is, and he's doing really great. And he had a fucking TikTok. They were trying to get not a TikTok, Reels. He was trying to get a like there's a vent pipe, and he's
A
trying to get a
shaft.
collar over it for roofing. And so he can't get it on, and he goes, "I know." And he puts a video of the Huck tour going, and then he puts it
right
on. It goes right on. It was
That's amazing.
so funny.
That is amazing.
So what we want to do, real go ahead.
I'm not gonna bring. No, it's political. I'm not gonna bring it up. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So it's 9:55. I don't know if we're gonna be able to wrap this up in 5 minutes, but I wanted to ask you: is there anything you could have done better today? You?
Yeah, probably for
What?
sure. I shouldn't have let myself get as frustrated with my new project because I didn't have content, and I shouldn't have started trying to rewrite copy and things like that. I should have done it. So anyway, I should stick to my guns and come up. And the thing was, I was trying to come up with what are you saying?
Where's that
Set a boundary. Is that what
There's
you're
one
saying?
other thing that you should do.
Apologize to you.
Listen-
What?
listen
I
to
don't
the
know.
wife.
Listen to my wife. But anyway, like, so instead of like taking a step back and saying, okay, well, I tried to power through it, like say, okay, this is what this guy gave me, and I can like buckle down and make something really good out of everything. But when the initial idea was kind of not edgy and they wanted edgy, it didn't work. So anyways, that would have been good if I had done that.
Side note: we have cleared 1,900 followers on Facebook.
Oh, we're edging up to 2,000, baby.
Getting there, boys and girls. Okay. Was there anything else? Could you drink more water?
Could have drank more water. I did do the sauna. That was good.
But that's all the more
I could have got
reason
up and
all
showered
the more-
earlier.
By the way, if you're in the heat or exercising, you need even more water. Okay, go ahead.
I could have exercised, not exercised, but I could have exercised, but I should have gotten up earlier. But I did sleep very well last night, which I hadn't done in a couple nights, so I'm good.
I think I want to start getting up at 7 and being productive. That's like my new. I had it changed it to 8, but now I want it to be 7 again. It was 6 for a while, but we can do a 2-hour podcast.
And we don't get to bed till like last night. I went to bed at like
midnight.
close to 11:30, and then
Yeah, we're nocturnal.
You were later than that. So
Tracy says that motion was probably how Baby 3 was on the way. That's hilarious. And she said, I could have allowed, I told him that, there's other ways to do sex. And then I told him about my friend with the headlamps. And she said, I could have allowed myself to think things through a little bit more today and not ignored the pain by powering through. Young lady.
I was powering through. That's my line. You can't use that.
I don't.
You can't try and power through your pain when I'm trying to power through.
She's never tried to power through to the next
I bet she's got
direction.
some power tools.
Gentlemen, have you done that? Have you
What,
have
power
you
through
like
to the next
come
one?
and then tried to power through to the next direction? So it
Yeah,
seemed
probably.
like it. You're like,
Well, probably
just
when I was
soft,
younger,
a
sure.
wet noodle.
Sure, I'd
Oh,
do that.
please! You've tried to do it since we've been married.
Yeah, but I'm ancient now. I wasn't like a 19-year-old kid.
He does just fine, but he needs to take a break and make me a sandwich in between
Just
rounds.
Fine.
You do. And then Tracy says, whoop, whoop to
Whoop,
the
whoop.
followers. And then Jess said, I'm scared to make this jump with Virtuit. I'm going to be making a big investment on a product to sell. I need to make a web page for the product, but I don't know how. Oh, girl, we should chat.
Yeah, we could probably at least put you up like a sort of a little landing page or something.
Yeah, Tracy says, laughing my ass off, no erection issues.
Oh,
here.
you get the lady boner. You know you do.
So Doug's a branding guy, and we are huge fans of Canva. I fully believe that if you have a logo and some brand standards and a couple of templates,
She doesn't even
you're
need
good
that.
to go.
She got a logo. If she has a logo, she doesn't have a logo. We'll figure it out.
Well,
We'll
yeah,
help you out.
but like we'll work.
But look,
something
she's
out.
scared. We're gonna help her because she's
If
scared.
you're scared, that means you're on the right track.
That's
Listen
right.
to-
And, yeah, nothing good ever came from not. Yeah.
I highly recommend listening to Gary V or Gary Vaynerchuk. Definitely very inspiring. Keep listening to people that are doing better and inspiring. Read Think and Grow Rich. Read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Oh, by the way, you guys, I don't know. Oh, so this is one of the first things I wanted to talk about today, and I'm trying to wrap up, but I wanted to share this with you because I thought
Too late.
I thought it was so fucking funny. So first thing this morning, I'm on the phone with our accountant. I have been dreading dreading this call because I thought she was going to tell me that I had to pay
Exorbitant.
$20,000 or more because I had saved money for taxes.
Yeah, because when you're freelance, you got to put money away.
But I thought that it was going to be a massive, massive bill. So tonight's tile says, did you offer the accountant sexual favors? Yep. She's getting us a refund instead of a bill. Y'all. So basically we went from having this money that we've put aside for taxes and now we can use it to live on for a little bit longer. So we went from being able to live for like, I don't know, 4 months without any like, or four, it was maybe it was like 6 months without any additional income over my disability. We had like 6 months to go, but now we have at least 12. So that's without racking up any debt or
and
like doing
I got
anything
this
crazy.
new project. So
Doug's got this new project, and we're going to send a demand letter to this company that owes us what, 11 grand?
9.5.
9.5.
Yeah.
It's
still nothing to sneeze at.
Listen, we need
right
that. So I just felt like that was like really good. I was so happy, and I was like, and I'm talking to our accountant. By the way, Megan Sophia, she's amazing, and she's such a sweetheart. She's a cute little accent. She's gorgeous, but she's a sweetheart. And so, of course, she used to do our regular taxes and the Schedule C for the LLC. So it was $600 total. And so she tells me this. I was like, Megan, I'm like, I know we got to finish it up. But I said, do you have? And she's like, I'm nervous about this one thing, and I want to change it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, let's be conservative. Let's make all the legal deductions, but conservative enough so that I don't have to deal with the fucking IRS. And she agreed and whatever. And so I was like, so before you finish up the numbers, can you just let me know, am I going to have a bill? How bad is the bill going to be? And she goes, oh no, you're getting a refund. We're getting a refund. We get a refund. So I don't even know
That's
what the
a big
refund.
swing.
So the refund, if the refund is like $4,000, that gives us another month. Like, because we live lean.
We're
like,
lean, and although I did buy underwear.
Oh.
Did you buy me more underwear?
I did.
I bought underwear, and then she's like, "Why'd you only buy
Let me just tell you
like
something.
a thing?"
The thing about Doug is he does not buy enough of anything.
She buys too much of stuff.
Do I?
Yeah.
Do I?
You used
Do
to.
we run out of tortillas when I'm on tortilla watch? Do we run out of eggs when I'm on egg
Tortilla
watch?
watch?
No.
Well, the reason never mind.
The reason what?
Last time we went to
Costco.
Costco. I brought in the Costco and I put away everything, but like the lemons and stuff, I usually leave in the big cardboard thing until I put them away, or put them in the bowl or wash them, whatever. And so under that was a thing, a big tray of eggs that I had.
But he never buy. I wasn't talking about that. I was just talking about how you don't buy enough eggs. So I would say, what could I have done better today? I would have liked to have gotten up a little bit earlier. It probably would have been good to shower, get dressed, and
It's never too late to shower.
I'll probably shower tomorrow. I didn't shower, and I should have gotten up a little earlier, showered, meditated, and maybe journaled. Those are things, but I was really working. Like I worked.
You were
straight out. We took a little break for cribbage. Took a little break for a conversation with you. I don't know if I talked to anybody else. I really didn't. Todd called and I was like, "Fucker, I can't talk." And
you're straight out.
I texted a few people, but like that, like I was just reactive all day and just trying to get the podcast stuff done. I still haven't gotten all the posts scheduled that I need to post, and I still haven't paid bills, so I'm behind. And we have gone to the beach, and I have a call with Melissa tomorrow. Oh, I talked to the accountant, so that was good. But anyway. Tomorrow's a new day. I'm going to keep going, and I'm very proud of myself. What are you laughing about?
Like, I'm going to make a clip out of that. I'm going to have to spell out, Yeah, I don't know how you do that.
Well, I don't know what to say. Tracy, speaking of going, Tracy says, LMAO, no erection issues here. That's right, Tracy.
I told her she got
lesbian.
lady boners. She gets lady boners.
She's an OG lesbian. What the fuck she is. And maybe she does get a lady boner. So what? Jealous?
Of a lady boner?
Jess Virtue Rit says, gotta go get some sleep. Love you.
Yeah.
We'll wrap it up right
time.
now. And she says, showers are a lot of work. Amen, girl.
Especially when you spend all your energy brushing a husky.
Well, I didn't brush a husky today, but unless that's some sort of new euphemism that I'm not familiar with. But that'd be like if I was touching myself and I had a 70s bush, I'd brush a husky.
would have to be, yeah.
Oh my God, were you brushing a husky? Are those pictures you sent me? Is that what that is? Brushing a husky? So anyway, I don't know. I just think that by reflecting on the day that you've had and like, okay, what could I have done better? You'll do better tomorrow, and you won't beat yourself up about today. We'll learn from our mistakes. And of course, the other thing I love to do is to talk about gratitude. I'm so grateful for all of y'all.
Everybody.
Thank you so much to everybody who comes and supports the podcast, especially the master haters, Tracy, Courtney, Jules, Cheryl, Go Bills, Randall. Hey, Randall. Daniel, Newcomb Vale, Todd White, William Burkhart, Christopher Pompey, Uncle Polly, Virtue Rit, a.k.a. Jess, all the people over on the TikToks. Oh, fuck, I forgot to share to my TikTok page. And yours, shit. We would have had more viewers tonight.
15 was here. Killing 15 Kelly was here for a while. Little time was last night. Kristen
Nicole was here. Kristen.
Yeah. Matthew, of course, with his micro penis.
Matthew does not have a micro.
Oh, he said he had. I don't know.
Killing
okay, Matthew probably
the
still
immortal
watching.
Hookah Bob and Matthew. Is anybody we're forgetting?
I thought there was
Rockwood.
Oh, Rockwood was here. Yeah, that was a good one.
Little Shortney. Of course, we got Jess already.
And Jen Corey.
Jen Corey. Oh my God, how can I forget Jen Corey? You guys need to all be friends. It makes my life a lot easier. Honestly, I wish everybody would just like give a heart or a smiley face every night, so it would make it so much easier.
Because then we can just read
the
that.
names. We didn't have to do it twice.
Kristen stayed for the whole thing. She's brave.
Girl, you're brave. We're just gonna do our gratitude real quick. Do you have time to do it real quick?
My gratitude is I saw a guy ring the cancer-free bell. That's awesome.
It was awesome. He rang it 3 times and screamed, "I'm cancer-free." It was really
and Matthew
awesome.
says, "I'll be micro dick for Jack Block's Friday." Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, we had Matthew. Just so you know, her friend Mike, who died from alcoholism, he played Cards Against Humanity with us one night, and one of the cards just like it said dick fingers, and so he became Mike has dick fingers,
and every time he talked about Mike,
every day like, oh, dick fingers, oh yeah, he's coming up, and it just stuck.
That's the problem with us. If we give you a nickname, it's yours forever.
And Jen Corey on the opposite side of that is she is grateful for kind people. Yeah, I'm hopeful that people will find a newfound kindness in the world.
We're just gonna keep being ourselves.
And in helping each other and things of that nature. Tracy says Becky is an oncology certified nurse. Ringing that cancer free bell is so huge.
And Hookah Bob is a cancer survivor, and he has a pacemaker, which has made him immortal. But the doctors down here want to know. They want to know for themselves. They don't trust what his previous stuff. And you know what? Better safe than sorry. But I'm not a big.
It's almost like it like voided the warranty when he moved. I will say this: I always thought the cancer free bell. I didn't know it was cancer free. I thought it was your last day of chemo you got to ring.
Yeah,
I thought that was what it was. I learn things all the time.
There's different bells in different places. Listen, when I had my tonsils removed, you touched an elephant on the spot, and you got to make a wish.
Oh, I bet you want to touch me on the spot.
That seems creepy as fuck for a pediatric unit.
When you got your hysterectomy, I got to talk to a midget.
Little person.
Yeah, it was good.
That's how we got in trouble before.
Kristen says Annika turned 17 Thursday. I thought she was already 17.
Yeah, they round up.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'm thankful.
Well, tell her happy birthday from her fun
happy
uncle.
Birthday. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that JD Vance is running for vice president. I don't know how he's going to be as a candidate, but I really like this movie, and I wouldn't have watched it otherwise. It has been on my list of movies to watch for since it came out, and I just never sat down and watched it. And boy, it's really an interesting story. Whether you like him or not, it's a good story. And it's got Amy Adams and some other people in it.
Everything.
Glenn Close, other people. So I definitely love that. I'm grateful Annika is turning 17. I'm grateful Kristen hasn't killed her yet. Because being a mom to a teenage...
No, she loves her daughter.
Of course she loves her daughter. But being a mother to a teenage daughter basically means you wake up every day either wanting to kill the kid or kill yourself. It's just fucking hard. So shout out to all the moms of teenage girls out there. You have my deepest condolences. It's not easy. It's also not easy for your daughter. And I am thankful that I was able to eat a little bit today, although my stomach is a little bit fucked up. And I am thankful for my AirPods and just fucking jamming out to music all day. I'm grateful your song was at number 3.
Blown away by that.
I'm grateful I was able to support my pal Muck Sticky today by telling someone to fuck off. And I'm grateful that for a lot of people who have made me feel like I have value in the world, and I'm thankful that I have been able to bring value to their lives.
There you have
You got
it.
anything?
Hookah Bob has put up the Hamburger Helper logo for us.
That shit will give you diarrhea. That's what we should do is get Hamburger Helper. I'll have so much
Amen to
diarrhea.
that. Kristen says, so hard for 2 weeks, but nothing but eye rolling.
Sorry.
You want to have a Hamburger Helper so you can have diarrhea?
Maybe. Tracy says I was a bitch as a teenager.
Oh, I missed that.
You're still a bitch. She's not. She's never been a bitch in her
No,
life.
she's getting laid now, so she's all set.
And she says number 3. Whoop,
Whoop,
That's
whoop.
right. We all
Yeah, number 3
we
indeed.
kind of want to be juggalos. Not gonna lie. We want to be juggalos. And
What if-
I will show you my butthole if you want, but it looks like a bun cake. It's bunty. You want to see it?
It's a balloon knot.
No, it's not. It's a bun cake. A balloon knot is like one that hasn't had like constipation problems for the last 47 years. I think the first year I could probably shit normally. I'm not really sure.
I don't know when you have ever had normal stomach workings.
I don't know if I've ever had normal anything.
Probably not.
No,
No,
thanks.
indeed. I will say this: I am grateful for getting number 3 on a chart. That's pretty spectacular. And super grateful for all the support for the music.
You guys are awesome.
Super gratitude for these independent radio stations, was making it's like just super fun. And all that work, all the hard work that went into
I
it.
like hearing all the new independent music. It's,
Yeah.
You guys, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but the music is either like or it's better than
it's
anything
like,
on the
oh,
radio.
this is
Like
good,
it's
yeah.
like really like it's better than anything
Yeah,
you're hearing
for
on the
sure.
radio. Definitely check out some local music.
I'm thankful for all these people that were here. It was great to hear from Rockwood tonight. He's a good dude, and just grateful for having this new project, which is pushing me and get my juices going and get my confidence back a little bit. So that's fantastic. And I've been in touch with some folks that were that I hadn't been in touch with today, and they actually voted for my song on US 41. So that was
There you go.
a
And
good
your brother
byproduct.
wasn't a complete dick.
My brother has a raccoon in living near his house.
But you told me your song was number 3.
I did. He said it was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Which is
Although-
almost like, oh my God, Doug, I'm so happy for you. You deserve this. You worked so hard your
So-
entire life.
So,
Mom and Dad would be so proud. I'm sorry they're dead and not here to hear it.
however, I did notice that neither one of my brothers has joined Doug Your Music on Facebook. If
They're
you're
fucking
not,
awesome.
join in there. Hookah Bob is tired of cover bands. Yeah, write your own music.
I like-
Show me something.
I like a band who will do a cover, but they'll do
Yeah,
it
but
themselves.
do-
And I
oh,
have
you
to
know who was
say,
good? Bonsai doing that. Paper
Bonsai's
Planes.
fucking
Oh,
Paper Planes cover was
good.
everything. But I will say, Vern Diesel,
Yeah.
Vern Diesel,
Well, they kind of had
and
to
the
work
Burning
those in.
Breeze.
Yeah,
They did some fucking kick.
they did some stuff, but they did it in their way. Like it was.
I would have liked them to do cover one of their songs because it was more like cover.
Yeah,
Here's a song of
I
ours.
don't ever need.
Cover. Here's a song of ours. Like, meh.
I don't ever need to hear that song. Long neck, ice cold beer never broke my heart. I don't need to hear that by another.
What song are you
cover
talking
band.
about?
Ice cold beer never broke my heart. Never heard that?
No.
Long neck, ice cold.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
that was,
every cover
I
band in the
honest to
world.
God,
plays
I
that.
thought that was their song. So there
No.
you go.
There's Frogman. Frogman was good. But no, it's good. Yeah, that's about. And I'm grateful. That everybody's doing well.
I will say down here in Florida, the one thing that's really great is there's a shitload of live music. The problem is so much of it is
There's music
cover
wallpaper.
bands or well, it's cover bands or it's like people that just do like bars. Like they make you can make a living doing that, which you probably should.
Yeah,
do.
there. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a guy with an acoustic guitar singing Margaritaville or something like that. But
Yeah.
But Bob says that was their audience. Yeah, they knew exactly what they were doing. It was
And
enjoyable.
the venue wants it. The
And
venue wants
it. Yeah. You gotta mix it up.
I'll say that the Shane Duncan band, they've really gotten themselves quite the niche. They do pretty much all covers.
They do
and
all
they,
covers.
they,
Yeah.
you go to Stands, that place is fucking
Place is
packed.
packed. But that's the thing.
They
It's
just
like
do a good show. They know their audience.
Yeah.
It's a party audience, and they have a good time.
and that's that's one way to do it. And
Yeah.
what?
I
Yeah.
was just gonna say, I would
and,
have more fun given in different circumstances.
Wait, I posted my gratitude above for you.
Oh, wait a
Did
second.
we see it? I last thing I saw was
I'm grateful for kind people. Tracy.
oh, there we go, up there.
I'm sorry. I'm thankful for you both. I'm thankful for tacos for dinner made by Beth. Oh, thank you,
Taco
Beth.
Tuesday.
And say hi. And I'm thankful for the surgeon tomorrow morning. I'm thinking
Yeah,
of you. Everybody say a little prayer for Tracy.
Sending some
Okay.
vibes.
Tracy's going to go to the surgeon tomorrow. They're going to give her a miracle surgery. She's going to heal faster than ever, but she's going to take a bunch of time out of work, and she's going to decide that she would rather work on the podcast, and we're going to make it profitable, and we're all going to be rich.
I have a prediction. This is what's going to happen.
What?
This is going to be non-invasive. She's going to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
And the doctor's going to be like, you don't need surgery. And Tracy's be like, what? Was, oh, you just have to pull this Lego out of your shirt. And like the Lego
And she'll
was
be fine.
causing like all the pain the whole time, and you'll be good.
So everyone, please keep Tracy in your thoughts. Tomorrow, Tracy and Bex, that's really stressful. She's been having pain issues for decades. And also, let's all nag Tracy to slow the fuck down and pace herself, because I'm telling you from personal experience, I wish Cindy was fucking here. If you don't take care of yourself, your body is eventually going to say, sorry, you can't push yourself anymore.
So wait a
Ask
second.
me how I know.
Maybe we have in our stories tonight helped Tracy with, because wasn't she mowing the lawn the other day?
Yeah.
Now she's going to weed whack with the lawnmower out the side of the thing. She's going to be driving around, and she just saved a lot of backbreaking work.
But here's the thing. She'll find a way to injure herself doing that. But then she'll be like, well, people who don't do anything for me are here. Let's do everything for them, because they don't do anything.
You know
for
what?
me
You don't need
instead
to
of
get
resting.
into that
Yes,
family dynamic.
I do. Yes, I do. Take care of you, and I'm proud of that. Thank you. Beth.
All right, so I think
So,
that does it for
that's
me.
it. Go to
It's
bed.
it's 10:15, and we're
the fuck out of here. This
was a good show.
podcast has been a waste of precious time.
We're signing out.
Mhm.